From here's Jeffy being sued by SML, to Jeffy's original helmet color being red, I'm about to tell you 507 facts you didn't know about SML. So lock in. When Jeffy was introduced in Mario the Babysitter, he was originally supposed to be a one-time character. But due to the massive popularity of the video, Logan decided to keep him and make him a main character. On the topic of Jeffy, in Lance's Meet the Cast video, Logan explains that Poopy was actually gonna voice Jeffy, until they realized that Poopy also voiced Brooklyn Guy, which would cause too many complications while filming. So they just got Lance, Logan's brother, to do the voice instead. Speaking of Lance, did you know he was actually gonna become a doctor? Specifically an anesthesiologist, before becoming a full-time SML cast member. He even has a pre-med degree in healthcare administration. Logan also went to college, but he went for 2D and 3D design, but his dream was to become an animator in films. However, he couldn't pursue a degree in film or animation because his grades weren't good enough in high school. High school was where Logan met many of his future cast members. He met Poopy in art class, and he had met Lavelle in a reading class.
Until my sophomore year of high school, then I met Lavelle. Now, Lavelle was this crazy kid in my reading class, and I thought he'd be the perfect fit for my videos.
Logan's best friend is Tito, Chili's brother, who he filmed vlogs with almost every day. On top of filming with Tito, Logan also filmed a bunch of pranks with him, but most of these pranks are fake. As in these prank videos, the reactions are very off. Anthony Miller, who is another cast member for SML, met Logan during middle school despite not being close friends. However, years later, Logan ran into Anthony while he was working his T-Mobile job, and they hit it off with Logan hiring him as a full-time cast member. Logan has actually bought a replica of the SML house, which he uses for the gas station and bank set, and he's planning on building many more sets, like the inside of an airplane, a Target, and so much more. Logan stated in his Discord server that if he were able to make one more plush video, it would be about Cody being in the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe DLC. This would have been a perfect send-off for the Cody plushie, because there were multiple videos dedicated to Cody not being valued by Nintendo, so this could have been a great way to end this arc. In 2013, Gordon Ramsay's Hell Kitchen Season 11 was premiering, and we see that one of the contestants is a puppeteer named Gina. And what puppet does she bring along? Well, none other than Chef Alberto El Dente. But we all know that this is the Chef Pee Pee puppet. Although Gina has no connection to SML, it's crazy how she brought that specific puppet years before SML blew up.
I'm trying to study and there's a random chef puppet.
Logan has said multiple times that his favorite artist is Jason Derulo, being a fan of his for decades, but he also likes Kendrick Lamar and The Weeknd. In fact, he likes Jason Derulo so much that he proposed to Chili at a Jason Derulo concert.
Okay, so I was thinking, I was like, okay, how, right? And I was like, okay, so I wanted, because you know Jason Derulo has that Marry Me song, have you ever heard it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so I was thinking, okay, I proposed to Chili on stage during that.
What a wholesome moment. I'm sure there'll be no problems in that relationship, right? Well, 6 whole years later after Logan proposed, Logan and Chili still haven't gotten married despite having a child. This could be for multiple reasons, but just 5 months ago, it was confirmed that Logan was still seeing his side chicks, despite being back together with Chili, indicating an open relationship, which could be the reason they haven't gotten married. One of these side chicks is known as Adriana, and was a stripper that Logan met during the initial 2020 cheating drama. After breaking up with Chili, Logan got with Adriana, but, well, I think Jeffy put it best.
Run, Daddy, she's crazy!
She repeatedly, not only psychologically, but physically harmed Logan to the point where she got arrested for assault. Many believed that after Logan broke it off with her. However, very recently, there have been leaked recordings of Adriana screaming at Logan and just being criminally unhinged.
She's coming out with a knife to kill me. 911?
Yeah, she needs to be locked up. According to the Snapchat post by Logan, he's felt very lonely and very exploited by his partners, so he might have just felt desperate and went back to Adriana. Another side chick Logan had was named Rachel, whom he was seeing around 2021, when he got back together with Chili, furthering the argument that they have an open relationship. However, Rachel did not peacefully split from Logan after the relationship ended, accusing him of some terrible things like straight up physical abuse. However, most of you probably don't know that Rachel was the original voice of Penelope until the episode Fat Jr. when Elena became the voice of Penelope. This means Elena has been the only female voice actor in the SML cast for 4 years. The first time we see Elena is in SML movie American Idol, where she plays Rosalina. Speaking of Elena, she didn't show up for 1 year, taking a massive hiatus between Bowser's Mistake and Dr. Jeffy. This was due to Chili allegedly getting extremely jealous of Elena being in Logan's life, and so she forced her out of the channel for a year. In fact, because of the tension with Chili, Logan can't text Elena, which has led to a lot of awkward moments. Like at one point, the cast members didn't notice Elena at the front door, and Logan couldn't answer her texts, which led to her having to throw rocks at the window to try to get their attention. What makes this even more crazy is the fact that it was revealed in an SML gaming video of all places, with Logan and Elena trying to maintain character as Junior and Penelope while dropping this lore bomb.
Yes, I was throwing rocks at the window.
Why didn't you call my phone?
I texted you, I called and texted Will,
Me?
and all of you told me to f myself.
Jeffy initially was supposed to have a red helmet, as shown by this animation, which Logan made with Jeffy in a rocket ship.
Like,
You can also see that he doesn't have a signature pencil or diaper in this video. Another interesting part of this video is the song playing during the animation is the same as Joseph's ringtone in Bowser Jr.'s first grade.
classic.
That's your rocket ship song.
But this animation was never uploaded as a full video, and can only be seen on a capture card video. The first video, where Jeffy named something a string of cuss words and numbers, was in Jeffy's Pet, where he named his goldfish Pee-Pee Suck 2.
Hey,
So what are you gonna name him?
PP suck too.
No.
SML has had multiple animations involved in the channel. There are Nintendo animations that have been around since 2018, but there are also SML animated videos that remake Logan's older videos that were deleted. Logan discontinued the SML animated series due to the animators taking Logan's money and not delivering on the work for months. He actually couldn't even get in contact with them again. But way before any of this, around 2009 to 2010, Logan made a bunch of animations that were unrelated to SML. For example, he completely animated episode 4 of Star Wars with Mario characters. But unfortunately, this video has been wiped off the face of the earth, and only this screenshot of it exists. Logan has intentionally dropped the address of the SML filming house, which has caused a bunch of fans to show up every day with their parents. What made this even more crazy is that Logan used to not only film, but lived in that house. So, in the quiet dead of the night, when Logan's trying to sleep, there could have been a fan ringing the doorbell asking to meet Jeffy. In 2020, SML got swatted after someone called the FBI to show up to his house, claiming Logan was shooting a gun at his neighbor's window. After the cops showed up and searched his house, he was able to be freed. However, recently, Logan has moved houses, and thankfully, he hasn't doxed himself, making the iconic SML house just the SML filming house. Back in 2010, Logan had a massive Angry Birds obsession, and would make videos dedicated to them with the Black Yoshi and the Bird series. But he didn't just make SML videos with them, because he also did a toy review on his main channel about this Angry Birds toy he got. And if you were into Angry Birds back in the day, you most likely have seen this toy.
Alright guys, we just got, the new Angry Birds board game.
Logan's first car was a Victory Red Chevrolet Camaro, with of course the Angry Birds chain.
You inside the car, first of all, like my little Angry Bird that you saw from outside the car.
Logan initially deleted his Super Bowser Logan channel when he got sued by Nintendo, because he had to take the videos down, but then later reinstated it by changing the name to just SML, editing the titles, and changing the characters to puppets, and their new name. Like, we went from Black Yoshi's kids to Dougie's kids, and they changed the thumbnails to use the human puppets. This was actually the first time that Black Yoshi got referenced as Dougie, as these changes happened around 2021, and the first Dougie video came out around 2022. But funnily enough, these changes were done before Marvel Marvin got his name. Therefore, Logan decided to change all mentions of Mario in the titles to Jeffy's dad. So you have some absolute banger titles like Rich Jeffy's Dad, and my personal favorite, Jeffy's Dad Sells Jeffy. Another funny part of this is that when Logan was changing the thumbnails to use the original puppets instead of the Nintendo characters, the Dougie puppet wasn't created yet. So Logan just used this random dead-eyed puppet with curly hair to stand in place of Black Yoshi. This led a lot of fans to speculate that this was going to be the Black Yoshi puppet, but instead, we got a design that more closely resembled the original Black Yoshi. A lot of fans like to complain about the Dougie puppet, saying it looks soulless, which it does, but it's far more unique and superior to the rip-off Joseph puppet that they used in the thumbnails. Most of these new thumbnails were actually fan-made, which explains why some of them look really crusty. Also, Logan forgot to edit out the Rad SML thumbnails watermark in the new Cody Meets Harry thumbnail. You may have thought the first look we had at the human puppets was in SML movie The Human Potion, but a couple months before, we got to see some prototype puppet designs on the SML ruler. We can see that Junior looks pretty much the same, but some characters like Cody look a lot different, and in my opinion, better than the final design. After the backlash from the debut of the human puppets, it was assumed that Logan wouldn't take any of the feedback and not change anything about the designs, but this isn't entirely true. As we can see in the Human Potion video, Junior and Cody look like they have some type of mouth disease with their bright red gums protruding out, but only a couple of videos later, their disgusting mouths were fixed, meaning that Logan did take some criticism. Joseph's full name is Joseph his friend from school, but that wasn't always the case. In his first appearance in Bowser Jr.'s cell phone, Bowser calls him Joseph his friend from school, but both Junior and Joseph himself say that's not his name. However, in summer school, and in all the subsequent mentions of Joseph's full name, he's called Joseph his friend from school. However, in Joseph's new shell, he changed his name to Joseph Impossible Hawk.
Dude, Impossible's my middle name. That's why they call me Joseph Impossible Hawk.
I thought your name was Joseph, his friend from school.
Yeah, I legally changed it so I can make friends.
But then, in SML movie King Joseph, he goes back to Joseph his friend from school. Guys, please let me know down in the comments below what you think the reason is for all these inconsistencies in Joseph's name. Cody's name has also been changed, but not to the extent of Joseph. His full name is Cody Jacoby Nutkiss. His middle name was confirmed in SML movie The Future Machine.
Jacoby.
Yes, my full name is Cody Jacoby Nutkiss.
But his last name has been subject to change. In SML movie Joseph Moves In, where Brooklyn Guy calls him Cody Buttkiss. However, we can probably assume Brooklyn Guy made a mistake, because that's the only time he's not been called Cody Nutkiss. However, something that is more confusing about Cody and his origin is in SML movie The Time Machine, where it's tragically revealed that Cody was adopted. This isn't just a spur-of-the-moment decision as well. It's confirmed in SML movie Cody's Missing.
Well, you see, if I hadn't met your father, then I wouldn't have had you.
However, in SML movie Cody's Dad, it's revealed that this random pizza guy is Cody's real dad. But even more shockingly, it's revealed that Judith is Cody's biological mom. This is really confusing, as we just saw Cody being adopted. So how is Judith Cody's mom? Mario is the first character we ever see in SML. In the first video, Mario got milk. In this video, Logan recreates the Mario Got Milk commercial, or at least tried to recreate it. Logan has filmed all of his videos, except for the first Mario Got Milk, where Lance is actually the one holding the camera, and he filmed the entire video. Logan had filmed a lot of other videos around this time that weren't related, like this speedrun that he did of the original Super Mario Bros. And he was actually quite skilled at the game, because he beat it in 8 minutes and 42 seconds. That he is a big Pixar fan, and one of his favorite Pixar films is Inside Out, which is why he's made 2 Jeffy videos parodying it. Did you know that there are fan-made SML games on Roblox? And a lot of them have been played by the crew on the SML gaming channel. In fact, I actually made my own Roblox game called Jeffy Simulator, so go give it a try. Before entirely moving to Super Luigi Logan, Logan has tried many different strategies to make money off his videos. The first was by creating another account named Super Mario Logan 2, where he reposted quote-unquote family-friendly versions of the SML videos. That didn't work, even with the censored videos getting demonetized. Another attempt that Logan had to make money off his demonetized videos was reacting to them on Super Luigi Logan. However, this didn't work because Logan was still filming regular SML videos alongside the reactions, possibly making his workload too much. And these reaction videos would get a fraction of the views that the original video got. The final attempt Logan tried to make revenue during the first demonetization period was starting a Patreon. Now, this was probably one of the more controversial things that Logan had done. Not because he started the Patreon, but because Logan was accused of scamming his fans with the Patreon. And there were three main controversies with it. The first controversy was the $500 tier, where you could give Logan an idea that he would make into an SML movie. However, these videos were noticeably absent, leading to people accusing Logan of scamming the donors, but Logan would clap back, stating that a lot of the $500 donors were not giving him proper video ideas. They apparently wanted Jeffy to react to their channel and tell people to subscribe. Logan rightfully had the right to deny these people's requests and either formulate a new idea or refund the donation, and that's why there are so few videos that were requested by Patreons that were actually made.
Well, I want Jeffy and your characters to watch my channel and say how amazing my channel is and tell everyone to come subscribe to my channel.
The second accusation levied against Logan is that for $10 or more, people could gain access to the videos early, which is a very reasonable exchange. However, in actuality, Logan stretched the definition of early, because although the Patreon would get the video slightly early, it would sometimes only be 15 minutes early, which is not what people thought Logan meant. Logan didn't address this accusation in his response video, so it remains a mystery as to why Logan couldn't send out the videos earlier. And the final, and in my opinion the most damning accusation against the Patreon is with the $100 tier, where you could get a specialized shout out from one of the characters. The issue was that months after people donated, Logan did not do the shout outs. Why was this? Well, Logan says that a lot of people were getting the perks of the Patreon after paying, but were then retracting their payments, meaning they got their perks without paying. So, for example, if you paid for the $50 tier, you would get Logan's phone number, but if you refund the $50, you would still keep Logan's phone number and do whatever you please with it. And that is exactly what happened, and it ended up in Logan's number getting leaked. So to try to avoid this, Logan would wait till the purchase was not refundable and then give the perks. And this is why the shoutouts took so long, but it still doesn't explain why after so many months, even with the payments being non-refundable, Logan still didn't do the shoutouts. Eventually, Logan was able to get through all the shoutouts, so he did right by the donors, but it should have not taken as long as it did. Logan made a whopping total of only $8,000 after the months of keeping the SML Patreon up. This was when he finally shut down the Patreon. With the Patreon, SML Reacts, and SML2 failing, Logan just decided to embrace the inevitable and move to Super Luigi Logan. We already mentioned that Mario's Got Milk was the first ever SML video ever created. However, the first SML video on Super Luigi Logan was the schizophrenia case study, which wasn't canon to the actual SML timeline, but instead was a project that Lance had to do for nursing school. This video was actually really funny and a breath of fresh air from the regular Jeffy and Jr. content, as the main character was actually Maria, Felipe's father. This video was the last time we got to see Goodman as a cop, which is strange because this video was uploaded after Goodman became extremely rich, but this isn't a part of the canon, so who cares? SML has made tons of videos on real life events, like the Diddy situation, the cop shooting 26 times because of an acorn, and someone attacking a judge in court. SML currently, as of recording this video, is at over 9 million subscribers. And on the recent videos at the end, they have a Nintendo animation showing them going to the 10 million mark. But Logan actually had his first channel terminated when he was like 300,000 subscribers away from 10 million. So just go subscribe to the SML channel. Let's finally get them to 10 mil. Goodman at first filled the role of Brooklyn guy, but in SML movie Chef Pee Pee Quits Part 4, we see our first glimpse into modern Goodman.
Do you have balls, PP? I'm talking big balls. We don't want little Tic Tac balls here at Goodman Enterprises.
We actually get to see Goodman train Brooklyn Guy in SML movie Mario the Gangster, which is pretty cool as this video kind of is like the torch passing from Goodman to Brooklyn Guy. Speaking of Brooklyn Guy, we all know that he has so many freaking jobs, but the first job we ever see him do is firefighting an SML short stuck in a tree. In this video, Brooklyn Guy isn't even voiced by Poopy, he's voiced by Logan's best friend Noah.
Man, my firefighter job is so boring. I haven't saved anyone or put out a fire in weeks.
Poopy played Brooklyn Guy in SML movie Bowser Jr. Summer School Part 5, where he sounds and acts a lot different to how he does now.
I'm the Brooklyn firefighter, and I'm here to help.
The Summer School series is actually when Poopy joined the SML cast, the first character he played being none other than Cody in the first episode of the series, and similar to Brooklyn Guy, he sounded a lot different. I kinda wanna see how this Cody would work in modern SML, because the Cody puppet matches Cody's early personality a lot more. On a similar note, the first time we see Lavelle is in SML movie Black Yoshi's Girlfriend, where he plays a generic gangster and Black Yoshi's girlfriend. And the first time we see Anthony is in SML movie The Alien, where he plays, you guessed it, the alien. Anthony actually had left the SML cast in April of 2017. There is no concrete reason why he did this, but according to the SML reviewer GameCube Dude, Lavelle was being mean and unpleasant towards him at the time, so I believe this could have been a part of the reason why. However, despite leaving the SML cast, he still filmed with Chili's brother Tito on the Tito Totter channel. Anthony returned to the cast to film the remake of Chef Pee-Pee's Kids in 2021, and since then, he's kept filming for the channel. Scooter's first appearance was in SML movie Jeffy's Clone, which is the last real video on the original Super Mario Logan channel. The last video on the Super Luigi Logan channel was Bowser Jr.'s AirPods, which was another bad video with Jr. flexing like he's a YouTuber from 2017. And the last video on the Super Bowser Logan channel was Jeffy and Jr. Go to Prison, which starts to break the streak of bad final videos. And many consider this video to be one of the best the SML has ever made, with a unique plot and fun characters. The first SML movie on the Super Bowser Logan channel is Jeffy's Pet Shark, and the first SML movie on the current channel is just called Jeffy, and is a remake of Mario the Babysitter. So the first original SML movie on this channel is The Food Scam. In Jeffy's Pet Shark, Logan actually collaborated with the Real Shark Puppet channel, and this is the first and only time I've ever seen Logan properly collab with another YouTuber. He shouted out people like Froggy Company and Cute Mario Bros, but this is the first time that both YouTubers have filmed together. Froggy Company was a part of another massive drama that Logan got into. He met Froggy Company at the start of his channel, and although he initially helped Logan with video ideas and characters, he soon got jealous of Logan's success and claimed he was the reason that Logan got to where he is and demanded his channel. He also made a bunch of SML hate videos and even got his own channel terminated because of this. But this guy is literally the king of the unhinged, because he then started ban-evading just to make videos bashing Logan. Logan has recently had another drama after being accused of trying to unfairly copyright claim a bunch of reaction videos. There have been an influx of copyright claims by a company named Super Bam Inc. onto a lot of SML reaction videos and commentary videos, but many do not know that other content creators have had similar issues with this company, Super Bam Inc. For example, a commentary YouTuber named Memulous had this video on Jack Doherty get copyright claimed by the exact same Super Bam Inc.
They received the revenue. This is exactly what Jack's done here. As you can see here, the content owners is a company called Superbam. I looked them up. They're like a third party that people can go to, I guess, claim YouTube videos and stuff.
When Memulous asked Jack Doherty about it, he said he had no idea about the video being claimed. So I believe that Logan just hired a company that many popular creators like Jack Doherty have hired to try and stop the compilation videos. But the company has been copyright claiming fair use videos too. Marvin's full name is Marvin Marvin, being a reference to how Mario's name is Mario Mario. That means that Lewis's last name is also Marvin, making them the Marvin brothers, which is just so cursed. Bully's name is Bully Bill, real. And yes, his first name is just Bully, which is confirmed when Jackie Chu was reading the full names of all the kids for role.
Bory Bill.
That brings us on to Junior, whose full name was actually changed, as initially in SML movie The Koopa Kids, Bowser's ex-wife Sheila reveals that Bowser's name is Robert, making Junior's name Robert Jr. However, recently in Junior's name, it was revealed that his full name is Justin Braxton Reynolds. The original Koopa Kids video was decanonized, meaning that the information with it isn't canon anymore. Therefore, Junior's canon name is Justin Braxton Reynolds Jr. Penelope's full name is Penelope Guy, as her father is Brooklyn Guy. This was revealed in SML movie Career Day, where it's made known that Penelope is the daughter of Brooklyn Guy, and her mother is his ex-wife Deborah, and not Karen, his current wife. Brooklyn Guy's middle name was initially just the letter T. In the Meet the Cast with Poobie, he says that the T in Brooklyn Guy doesn't stand for anything, and his middle name is just T. But later, in SML movie Shrek's Endless Cheesecake, Brooklyn Guy says that his middle name is The, not just T like Poobie said. Brooklyn Guy has a brother for every single city in the world, like San Francisco Guy and Miami Guy. He also has a brother for every action, like Does Bad Things Guy and Does Good Things Guy. According to Poobie, Brooklyn Guy also has a brother for every noun. This totals a whopping 105,000 brothers. Oh wait, 105,001. Don't forget about Frank.
Wait, Frank Guy?
No, just Frank. His name's just Frank.
Jeffy is 20 years old, being born on August 21st, 2004, which is actually the only birthday that has stayed consistent throughout the years. Between The Koopalings Part 2 in October 2016 and The Secret Door in May 2017, Does Bad Things Guy was actually in Brooklyn Guy's place, meaning that for 7 months we were actually watching Does Bad Things Guy instead of Brooklyn Guy, and we were none the wiser. Perhaps we should have caught on to this, because earlier in the year, in February 2017, Chef Pee-Pee revealed that a robot has taken his place for the past few months.
But you were a robot! Yeah, no, I bought a robot that looked just like me, so y'all wouldn't get mad because I was on vacation.
Which kind of foreshadows Brooklyn Guy's reveal. The robot Chef Pee-Pee and Does Bad Things Guy were times of immense exposition. Brooklyn Guy was born in 1977, making him 47 years old. Cody is 17 years old, being born on February 28th, 2008, which is a leap year, meaning he has only had 4 birthdays. Bowser Jr. is 16 years old, being born in 2008, but the actual day is varied from the 27th of September to the 3rd of October. However, the most consistent date has been on the 29th of September, 2008. The first Bowser Jr.'s birthday video is not actually Jr.'s 6th birthday like most people think, but it's actually Bowser Jr.'s birthday cake. Many people forget this video exists because of how old it is. Like, they don't even have custom thumbnails yet. But this video does have one of the most iconic Chef Pee-Pee moments.
I sing better. Happy birthday to the bastard. Happy birthday to the bastard. Happy birthday to the bastard. Eat your f***ing cake.
Joseph is 16 years old, as he was born on October 7th, 2008, which is revealed in SML movie Cody's birthday. However, unlike every other SML character, he doesn't have a single episode celebrating his birthday. But who knows? Maybe this year we finally get a Joseph birthday video. Marvin is 40 years old, being born on November 23rd, 1984, as revealed recently in SML movie Marvin's Birthday. The latest SML movie uploaded on the original SML channel was a sponsor for Lords Mobile, which is widely considered to be one of the worst SML videos that Logan's ever made, because it has no plot and seems like he just sharded out this video to get the sponsor money. Just 2 years ago, Logan made another entirely sponsored video titled Jeffy's Genshin Impact, which is also heavily disliked, and even in a year with videos like Jeffy's Cat Throw Up, people unanimously agreed that Jeffy's Genshin Impact was the worst of the year. Weirdly, in this Genshin Impact video, when the characters say Genshin Impact, the line is noticeably dubbed in post.
Hey bro, do you play Genshin Impact?
Of course I play Genshin Impact.
Playing it right now.
now.
Oh, you want to play Genshin Impact together?
Many wondered what they were dubbing over. And if you watch the behind the scenes on Lance's channel, you can see that they dubbed over all the times they said Genshin and changed it to Genshin Impact.
Hey bro, do you play Genshin?
Of course I play Genshin. I was playing it right now.
Oh, you want to play Genshin? It'll bring us together.
Before 2023, we had one sponsored SML video, but post Jeffy Plays Genshin Impact, we had 17 whole videos with sponsored segments. Some, like Jeffy's Dance Marathon, integrated the sponsor sections well, but most of them are just Cody talking in front of a green screen. SML tried to start a gaming channel on the 16th of March 2024, with it initially going well. However, after the first few months of success, the novelty of Jeffy making gaming videos quickly wore off, and people started to lose interest, most likely because the cast couldn't stay in character, so the kids who were watching for Jeffy and Junior. Instead, on this channel, we got Lance and Logan. Logan tried to revive the gaming channel with SMLG movies, but by this time, the damage has already been done, and SML Gaming has been abandoned for almost a year now. Another series in which Logan abandoned was his React series. No, not the one from 2018 on Super Luigi Logan, but the one he started more recently with Tito on the 7th of January 2024 on his Logan 30 Acre account. The series went on for 10 videos, and now the channel's been abandoned for over a year. This was likely because at the time, Logan was simultaneously making 3 SML videos, daily SML gaming videos, and daily vlogs on the Chili channel, while also being a father. This burnout, coupled with Tito going on a lot of holidays, probably left Logan not wanting to do the series anymore. But one interesting fact that was revealed through this series is that whenever Jeffy did a call to like and subscribe in the videos, like Goodman's Clone, Jeffy Gets Framed, or Jeffy the Boxer, those videos would blow up with likes, and those 3 are the most liked videos on the SML channel. This is very eye-opening, because usually when you see a call to action in a normal video, most people would just get annoyed and think it's useless, but in SML's case, it worked remarkably. So if you press the like button on this video and subscribe, it would really make a difference. Despite the call to actions working very well, Logan rarely uses them. He only did it in those videos because he had just moved to the different SML channel and wanted the channel to get boosted to as many people as he could. Even though Rose has a reputation for being an awful wife, Marvin was actually the first one to be unfaithful in their relationship. In SML movie Mario's Valentine's Day Problem, where Mario tricks Rosalina into going into the closet and giving his ex all of Rosalina's Valentine's gifts.
Mario, where's the sink?
Well, see, that's the thing. You don't come out until you find the sink, okay?
Oh, okay.
Peach, Peach, Peach.
I am not staying in that bathroom.
In the description of SML Movie Locked Out, Logan says that this will be the last Mario torture video, which is ironic because this video was uploaded in 2016, and nearly a decade later, Mario torture is still one of the biggest complaints in SML. Or I guess it's Marvin torture now. And one of the biggest mysteries in SML is in SML Movie Locked Out, because Brooklyn Guy, for some reason, doesn't recognize Mario as the owner of the house, despite literally selling the house to him. The main fan theory for this was that this was in the 7-month period before the secret door. Brooklyn Guy in this video is actually Does Bad Things guy, and since he does bad things, he probably just lied about not knowing Mario. Despite the unanimous hatred towards Jeffy's bad word, Elena actually called it one of her favorites. The video that Poobie made in SML Movie Jeffy Loses His Voice is actually real and was uploaded to the Logan 30 Acre channel. In SML Movie Bowser Jr.'s YouTube channel, Cody suggests that they should make videos where they watch other people's videos and say nothing. At the time when this video was released, YouTube had a massive problem where reaction channels like Jinx would just silently watch other people's videos without pausing, effectively just re-uploading the video. So this comment by Cody was a jab at those channels, and funnily enough, this reaction meta has made a resurgence on Twitch, where streamers will just leave the video playing while they eat their food. So perhaps, maybe we'll get a Junior's Twitch stream video where they make fun of this. Also, in Bowser Jr.'s YouTube channel, the gang tried making prank videos, but found it too hard, so they just paid people to act like they were being pranked. Similar to the reaction videos, there was also an issue with prank channels at the time where creators like FouseyTube or Sam Pepper photographer would stage their pranks, so this part of the video was a jab at them. Logan's favorite football team was initially the New England Patriots, but when Tom Brady moved to Tampa Bay, the Buccaneers became his new favorite team. However, when Tom Brady retired, Logan's favorite team became the Dallas Cowboys. Logan's favorite basketball team is the Miami Heat, which is why Brooklyn Guy's favorite team is also the Heat. Goodman has 11 twin brothers, as revealed in SML movie Black Yoshi's New Call of Duty.
That's my twin brother. Okay.
You have 2 twin brothers?
Yeah. Well, there's actually 12 of us, but we all came out at the same time.
Black Yoshi was born on October 25th, 1992, making him 32 years old. In Black Yoshi's Call of Duty Special Edition, Black Yoshi seemingly can fly and has super grip, being able to cling onto a window of an airplane and hold on for an entire emergency landing. Black Yoshi's first appearance in SML was in the Mario and Luigi Stupid and Dumb Adventures series, Season 2, Episode 3. But back then, Black Yoshi was the cousin of Green Yoshi, who was already an established character. Back in the day, Logan had commissioned a theme song for the SML channel from YouTuber D-Storm, sung by him and Black Yoshi.
Princess Peach with a little help from Mario and Luigi. We're gonna step on Bowser, call up Toad, capture flags and collect the gold. If you want YouTube and Nintendo, then that's the Super Mario Logan show. Let's go.
Rose's parents are the green aliens that we see in SML movie Rosalina's parents. However, now that she's a human, are her parents still the aliens? SML has had the main Super Mario Logan channel, Super Luigi Logan, Super Bowser Logan, and the current SML channel. However, Logan has had many different other channels, one of them being Super Yoshi Logan that was created on April 15th, 2008. Initially, there weren't going to be any videos uploaded onto that channel, but after Logan had to move to Super Bowser Logan, he used this account as a gaming channel, and if Super Bowser Logan were to ever get demonetized, he would move to this account. Jeffy's Butler 2 was initially just titled Jeffy's Butler when it came out, but after he posted the video, Logan realized he already made Jeffy's Butler, so he just added 2 into the title to differentiate it.
And a fan texted me and said, "You know you already did Jeffy's Butler, right?"
Goodman also has a father who is apparently worth more than him, being worth $2 trillion. But depending on when this is uploaded, I might have already made a video completely disproving that. Rosalina is very widely considered to be the worst character in SML, but for a time she was actually well received. Shocking, right? When she debuted, she was just obsessed with stars and would never think about cheating or hurting Mario. But as videos went by, this innocence was lost and she became the Rose we despise today. Shrek's first video was uploaded all the way back in April of 2008 in the video called Main Character Judging. This video also has its own lore, as it marked the debut of many old main characters that have subsequently faded out, like Corndog, Mr. Magoo, and most surprisingly, Mama Luigi. The only character that debuted in this video that survived was Shrek. Technically, Shrek and Goodman are the oldest SML characters, because all the Nintendo characters like Mario and Luigi have technically been discontinued, and other main characters like Woody and Tony the Tiger have only made a few small cameos. Goodman's first video was the Carmadellison. You may be wondering what the hell that was. Well, back in the day in 2008, memes were just starting to exist. One of the earliest memes was the song The Carmadellison, which is a Swedish animated hyperpop song. Logan decided to make a video of his characters dancing to the song and just so happened to use the Goodman puppet for the first time as one of the doctors. Only 15% of people are subscribed to SML Universe, so if you made it this far in the video, you might as well subscribe. Shrek has apparently eaten over 12 billion cheesecakes in his life, according to Lance's Q&A.
How many cheesecakes has Shrek eaten in his entire life? Over 12 billion cheesecakes.
Junior technically has 2 first appearances. He first was in Mario and Luigi Stupid and Dumb Adventures Season 2 Episode 5, when Logan used stock dinosaur sounds as his voice. And the first time he was played by Logan with the voice we know was in Bowser's infomercial. Bowser has sold 2 products, Bowser Juice as seen in Bowser's infomercial, and Bowser Juice Extreme as seen in Super Bowl commercials. Craig's first appearance was in Evil Bowser, where he instantly became a hit. He's probably the only character that has remained pretty much unchanged since his debut. However, there was a large period of time where Logan refused to use Craig because he thought Craig was the reason his videos kept getting age restricted. I really don't get the logic behind this because it was obviously Jeffy's fault and he was swearing like a sailor at the time, but maybe he didn't want to face the fact that in order to get YouTube off his back, he needed to tone down Jeffy, so he just put the blame on Craig. The first instance of Brooklyn Guy yapping and creating filler for most of the video is in SML movie Jeffy's Sleepover, and ironically, this is the first video where Brooklyn Guy has a Nintendo animation. Half of the video is literally spent with Brooklyn Guy telling a story about Cheez-Its, and you can definitely tell that this is Nintendo's first animation because the visuals are clearly rough. Even though the story is kind of funny, it did not need to take up half the video, and the bad animation certainly doesn't help. There is an IRL SML store in Florida where you can buy different SML products and bouncy balls for some reason. Logan recreated a lot of characters that weren't Nintendo's, despite not legally being obligated to. SML has released their own D-Money, Hansel, and Chef Pee-Pee puppets on SML merch, and they look incredibly cursed, especially Chef Pee-Pee. Like, what is up with his eyes? It looks like he's on drugs. Will Townsend, one of the newer SML cast members, actually worked at the SML store. This is when Logan first spotted him and asked if he could help out with videos and eventually joined the crew. Brooklyn Guy does not have a particularly healthy lifestyle, eating McDonald's because Karen can't cook, constantly drinking, and he also has a whole host of medical disorders like chronic depression and ADHD. And on top of his medical disorders, he also has addictions to pornography, gambling, alcohol, drugs, sex, and TikTok. Before Logan deleted all his channels, Super Luigi Logan had 5.59 million subscribers, and tragically, the Super Mario Logan channel had 9.63 million subscribers, only 370,000 away from that diamond play button. Another channel Logan created alongside Super Yoshi Logan was Super Wario Logan, which it was never used, and it was meant as a backup if the Super Yoshi Logan channel ever lost its ads, but it had to be abandoned because of the URL issue that Super Yoshi Logan faced. There were many other channels that had the exact same story as Super Wario Logan, where Logan makes the channel in 2008, never uses it, and then it becomes a backup channel if the previous backup fails. And finally, after the cease and desist, the channel changes name and becomes abandoned. These channels are Super Waluigi Logan, which is a backup to Super Wario Logan, Super Daisy Logan, which was a backup for Super Waluigi Logan, and Super Goomba Logan, which was a backup for Super Daisy Logan. Imagine a time period where we'd be on Super Goomba Logan. Like, bro doesn't even have any arms. However, Super Goomba Logan actually took place on Super Toad Logan as a replacement of Super Daisy Logan, and this is because the Super Toad Logan account got hacked and sold to a guy named Logan Larson, who uploaded a random live stream and video in 2017 and 2020. So Logan made Super Goomba Logan to replace this channel, but this Logan Larson channel is still up and has the URL Super Toad Logan. Super Peach Logan is another channel that Logan made in April 15th, 2008, but was actually not used exclusively as a backup channel. Initially, Logan used to upload videos of his sister and his cat, but in 2016, Chili took over the channel and changed the name of it to Chili. So yes, the Chili channel we all know today was initially Super Peach Logan. However, after getting the cease and desist, Logan couldn't move from Super Bowser Logan to Super Yoshi Logan, because even though there was no Nintendo content on that channel, he had changed the name from Super Yoshi Logan to SML Gaming. The URL still continued to be the Super Yoshi Logan name and couldn't be changed. Therefore, since Yoshi is a Nintendo property, they couldn't move to or use the channel, and it had remained dormant since 2021. But the URL has changed now after Logan has changed the name again from SML Gaming to Logan 30acre. So hey, maybe we'll see a comeback from this channel. Logan had to buy Elena's channel and rebrand it to the SML channel. So the main SML channel used to be Elena's channel. Matthew is actually Logan and Lance's cousin on his mother's side. He first appeared in SML movie Bowser Jr.'s Halloween all the way back in 2014, where he played this weird zombie doctor guy who went to Bowser Jr.'s house for trick-or-treating. This video was uploaded 4 years before Scooter was introduced, and 2 years even before Jeffy was introduced. Unfortunately, Matthew had some serious allegations of child abuse levied against him, causing him to get arrested, and his SML appearances becoming more scarce. Thankfully though, these allegations were later proven to be false. But despite this, the last time we saw Scooter in SML was SML movie Jeffy's Yes Day 2 years ago. However, in Junior's Game Night 8, Junior references Scooter and says that he should be in more videos.
Jeffy's twin brother, he needs to be in more videos. Scooter!
Indicating that Matthew's appearances on SML isn't over yet. The longest series in SML in terms of episodes is the Mario and Luigi Stupid and Dumb Adventure series, with over 24 episodes. But after Logan's falling out with Zeke and the cease and desist letter, this series is 100% canned. But if you can count the Ken videos as a series, then it would by far be the longest, as there are 33 Ken videos. The longest running series since then has been alternating between Playtime and Game Night for the past few months. Initially, it was Playtime holding a record of 9 years, until Game Night 8 came out just 7 months ago, beating this record by only a couple of months. However, Big Playtime 5 came out, meaning that Playtime reclaims the crown, but then just 3 weeks ago, Game Night 9 came out, which means that currently Game Night is the longest running series. This can very well change in the next few months, as Logan is clearly not done with the Playtime series. Prior to Lance filming behind the scenes, Chili used to do it, but she didn't want to film with some of the crew members, causing the videos to be very short compared to Lance's. However, after the cheating scandal, Chili had stopped vlogging behind the scenes, and since this was around 2020, we can assume that Logan probably asked Lance to fill in for her. In one of Lance's earlier videos, he shows us that there's an actual Jeffy-sponsored T-ball team, with all the players wearing Jeffy shirts. Jeffy has a heart condition called trichorrhardia that is revealed in Goodman's heart problem. This condition is just a play on words of the actual disease, trichorrhardia, and the R word. Jeffy has apparently eaten around 7,500 boogers in 2019, eating 4 boogers a day. So if you do the math, Jeffy has eaten around 15,040 boogers in his lifetime. In Lavelle's Meet the Cast, Logan says that Lavelle voices all of the Angry Birds, but this isn't true, because in the final episode of the Angry Birds series, Poopy voices one of the birds.
Yo, Pooh, what's up? Hey, Big Red. Wait, what you doing here?
We already talked about the SML theme song that Black Yoshi sung, but there's another theme song in SML, that being the Shrimpo Hunter theme.
Shrimpo Hunter.
The reason why Woody says Shrimpo is because in the movie Dustin Checks In, one of the characters picks up a shrimp, and before he eats it, he says the iconic Shrimpo line. Lance found this so funny that he decided to have Woody call all shrimp Shrimpos. Woody's other interests aside from Shrimpos are watching NASCAR, drinking beer, and driving his truck. Typical redneck activities. Despite being a main character, Woody has never had a video with his name in the title. The song that plays at the end of SML movie The Asteroid is actually the Shrimpo Hunter theme, paying homage to the long dead series.
Shrimpo Hunter.
Woody's first appearance was in American Idol Mario Edition Episode 2, where he was played by Lance. Despite teasing his return in SML movie Shrek's Endless Cheesecake, Woody has never made more than a cameo in episodes like Goodman's Bodyguard and The Power Outage. Tony the Tiger, another main character played by Lance, who was basically fizzed out during the Junior era, made his first appearance in the video Mario's Interview, Tony the Tiger. The main reason that Logan had to stop using Tony the Tiger was because Lance was not able to do his voice anymore, but Tony made a cameo appearance very recently in Jeffy's Lucky Jacket as a hallucination by Mario. Tony was actually Mario and Peach's adoptive son, technically making Jeffy his brother. Similar to Dougie, Toad was initially just a Joseph puppet with a polka dot hat in the thumbnails, before they finalized his design. Toad is also the only character who doesn't have a confirmed name before going into the new channel, so Logan decided to use multiple names. names like Todd, Little T, and my favorite, another name for Frog. In Mario & Luigi Stupid and Dumb Adventures Season 3, it's revealed that there are multiple dimensions of the SML universe, and so many have claimed that the Puppet universe is a different version of the plush Nintendo universe. Rich Joseph in SML movie Joseph the Millionaire was so widely hated that Logan actually retconned the entire episode in SML movie Jeffy Plays GTA 6.
Really, I mean, Joseph used to be rich. I mean, what happened to that? We knocked that off after the backlash, you know, so.
In SML movie Attack of the Nuns, it's revealed that Joseph has a grandmother that's still alive. This raises so many questions, like why is he living in the dumpster with his grandma? Why does this grandma look so much like Cody's grandma? And how is she alive? Since we've seen both of Joseph's grandparents die. In SML movie Junior's Game Night, it's revealed that Chef Pee-Pee's parents got divorced over Monopoly. Speaking of Chef Pee-Pee's parents, his dad is King Strongbottom of the Iron Asses of Wales, making him royalty. However, his dad wants nothing to do with him and only comes back to ask him to be a cook. Initially, the most disliked SML video was SML movie Locked Out. However, that position was taken by Jeffy's Fun Day, which was initially titled The Super Mario Logan Movie as an April Fool's Day prank. The video itself is literally just Jeffy watching paint dry. No wonder this is the most disliked video. Logan had initially planned to make the SML movie come out around June 2017, and even released a trailer for it. However, in SML movie Chef Pope Jr. says that he didn't even start filming the movie when they made this trailer.
No, I think they're lying to us. I think they just animated that trailer and like, guys, here, we haven't even started yet. Kind of like what we did with the SML movie. You know.
The plot for the SML movie was leaked on a live stream by WH Dude and Zeke, who was going to be Mama Luigi in the movie. The plot that was initially going to be the plot for the SML movie eventually became what we know as the plot for Jeffy's 18th birthday, only without the old characters like Mama Luigi. Despite WH Dude and Logan's, let's say, rocky relationship, they still have collaborated on multiple live streams, although SML has actually made fun of him in Cody's Amiibo. As you can see, the channel profile for the I Cry for Attention video looks suspiciously like Dabs. Logan has actually called out a bunch of SML content creators, like Ray Rance and Super Mario Nick, responding to their criticism, but not really naming them directly.
Logan steals art from artists. And look at this image of me. Oh, I'm such an evil, devilish thief. And I just can't stop stealing.
At the time of writing this, there are 1,169 SML movies, the last video of recording this being Junior's Poop Cruise. Before the Junior craze in 2014, it was actually Chef Pee-Pee who was the main character of SML, featured in almost every episode. People were even saying that he was being overused, which is crazy to think even 12 years back, Logan was getting criticized for overusing characters. There are 5 fan-designated eras to SML. The old era, which started in the first Mario Got Milk video and spanned all the way to the first episode of the Mario & Luigi Stupid and Dumb Adventure series, and then this leads us into the classic Junior era, from the first episode of Mario & Luigi Stupid and Dumb Adventures to Bowser Jr.'s Macaroni. Then the Junior era, which is from Bowser Jr.'s Macaroni to Mario the Babysitter. And then this brings us to the Jeffy era, which is from Mario the Babysitter to Rich Brooklyn Guy. Then finally the Puppet era, which starts with Rich Brooklyn Guy and is still ongoing. Logan also had to stop using Shrek after YouTube started cracking down on the SML channel in 2018, because at the time, YouTube was very strict on anything to do with bathrooms and toilets. This caused Shrek's bathroom problem, the couch, and the ring to all not just get demonetized, but full-on age restricted. So unlike Craig, it was probably a good idea to stop using Shrek for a while.
Okay, well, Shrek always pooped all the time, and we'd like to show it. It was really funny. And so then YouTube deleted like all my Shrek videos and they age restricted them because of the poop.
Another character that was abandoned after the 2018 demonetization wave was Doofy the Dragon. Similar to Shrek, this was probably for the best, because in almost every episode, Doofy would commit self-deletion in all sorts of ways, which is a big no-no on YouTube. However, all of these characters have made a return on the current SML channel, with Shrek reappearing in Shrek's Endless Cheesecake and Craig returning in 9 Lives. lives. And even Doofy made his first proper appearance in 3 years in the Jeffy Ball Z series. Good Morning America actually ran a segment on SML, talking about the dangers of your kid being on the internet. It was a very out of touch perspective on how SML is corrupting your child. And instead of asking parents to monitor their kids, they tried getting YouTube to step in, which unfortunately they did. The video that first sparked the negative press coverage of SML was SML short Jeffy's tantrum. After Mario refuses to buy a SpongeBob game for Jeffy, he has a massive crash out, which then leads to Mario beating the ever-living life out of him. This causes Jeffy to turn emo and do some very non-advertiser friendly things.
All right, Jeffy, what do you want for dinner?
I'm not gonna eat, Daddy.
This clip of Jeffy about to game end himself apparently caused a random British kid to wrap tinsel around his neck to try and replicate Jeffy. The parent of this child was horrified and went to different press outlets to complain about SML, which eventually led to Good Morning America picking up the story. The most tragic part about this is that the game that Jeffy wanted to buy would eventually become free, so that all this could have been avoided if he just found the game like a month later. The first video where we find out SML got demonetized was in SML movie Jeffy Plays Minecraft.
So first off, starting about 3 days ago, YouTube started age restricting and demonetizing almost all of my YouTube videos. Now,
seeing how Logan reacts to the first demonetization compared to how he reacts to the most recent one is night and day. In the first one, he's a lot more sad and scared, whereas with this new one, he just looks tired and beat up. On the 2nd of June 2025, the current SML channel was fully demonetized. This was nearly 4 years after the cease and desist letter, and nearly 6 years since YouTube had last demonetized them. The reason they would give for this decision is that apparently Logan had endangered minors in his videos, which is completely untrue. This is probably why only 1 day later, the ads were restored. What most likely happened was a bot saw that there were characters and there were minors in the videos, and it just demonetized them. They realized they were just characters and reverted the decision. There are, as of writing this video, 84 songs in the entirety of SML. A majority of these songs are sung by Toad, with him making 25 of the 85 songs. Toad has actually released 2 albums, the first being Milk and Cookies, released on the 11th of July 2013, and the second being Bedbugs, released on the 30th of October 2013. Lavelle, aside from voicing Toad in all these songs, also appears in features as different characters that parody different rappers, like Chief Teeth being a parody of Chief Keef, and Lil Wayne being a parody of Lil Wayne. Jonathan's first appearance was in Jeffy's Broken Laptop, where he was widely hated for being a massive creep and degenerate. Brooklyn Guy's first wife, Deborah, has changed design from her initial appearance in Jeffy Gets Glasses, from being a female Brooklyn Guy to whatever this thing is in Brooklyn Guy's Missing Wife. But even though her design has changed, one thing has stayed the same: Brooklyn Guy calling her fat. The fattest character in SML is supposedly Deborah, who has won various fat competitions and causes earthquakes to appear every step she takes. However, in SML movie Fat Tuesday, she didn't actually compete against Goodman in the fat competition, meaning technically obese Goodman from Fat Tuesday is the fattest character. In the SML universe, there is a god. However, their version of God does not match any religious description of God, despite referencing religions like Christianity and even ancient Greek Roman religions. However, in SML movie Junior's 11th birthday, this god is revealed to apparently just be a random homeless man.
But you have to remember what we talked about.
Really?
Hey, kid.
What? God?
Hey, kid.
What? Why you sound like that, God?
Hey, kid, wake up.
But in future appearances, this guy is God, so maybe he was just in disguise. The pyramids were created because God was just bored, so he went to Egypt and started building them.
So I walked over to the Earth and I changed the settings to creative mode, and then I went down to Egypt because it was mostly just flat and sandy, and I started placing blocks and building pyramids, kind of just screwing around, honestly.
Craig the Devil actually has a son named Craig Jr., or CJ for short. Strangely, he was played by Lance in his first appearance, but then then, in his second appearance, he was played by Poopy. In SML movie Cody's Evil Twin, it's revealed that Cody has a doppelganger named Cody, with a K, and at the end of the video, it's revealed Junior also has a doppelganger named Junior, with a yer instead of or. Bowser has 9 kids, including Junior, Nigel, Koopalings, and Pixie Goblin. This must be a nightmare for him, because despite him even getting a vasectomy, even after Junior, he still ended up with 8 more kids. There are so many videos of Jeffy having kids that there is literally a trilogy of them, starting with Jeffy's kids, where he has 3 kids with a Cheerio box, 2 of them being named Pusshole 1 and Pusshole 2, and the final kid being named Jeffy Jr. The next video in the trilogy is Pregnant Jeffy, where he has a kid with Junior, also named Jeffy Jr. And finally, there's Jeffy's daughter, where Brooklyn Guy accidentally uses Jeffy's, juices to get Rose pregnant, who gives birth to this thing called Jeffica. Moreover, Lord of the Rings, we have the new greatest trilogy, and that is Jeffy's kids. In the SML universe, Darth Maul has a cousin named Zachary Maul, and 2 sons named Brayden and Steve Maul.
Darth Maul's son, Steve Maul.
Steve Maul?
Ugh, it's Darth Maul's cousin, Zachary Maul.
And for God's sake, read off your damn script, boy!
Okay, Special's got it.
Brooklyn Guy, aside from all of his jobs, apparently is a Jedi Master who was trained by Qui-Gon Jinn, just like Obi-Wan. It's uncertain if Brooklyn Guy is Obi-Wan in this universe, or if Obi-Wan is a completely separate character, because although Brooklyn Guy killed Darth Maul, which is what Obi-Wan does, he refers to Obi-Wan as a separate person, so I'm not sure. In SML movie Brooklyn Guy Gets Fired, Mikey from the Kindergarten series goes up to Brooklyn Guy and calls him Jeffy Cop.
Dad, look, it's Jeffy Cop!
What'd you just call me?
You're the cop from Jeffy!
This is a reference to what an actual kid called Brooklyn Guy in 2017. If you've been around SML for a while, you've probably seen the funniest comment wins a free video game message at the end of a video. But what you might not know is that after Logan got sued, he changed the reward from a free video game to a free shoutout. The last video in which you can see the free video game message is SML Movie Jr.'s iPad. We all know Logan has had many health problems, but did you know he almost died 4 times? The first time was when his brother Lance hit him in the head with a baseball bat when he was a kid, cracking his skull. The second time was when he caught the West Nile virus from being bit by a mosquito when swimming in one of his family friends' pool. This led to him developing another serious disease called spinal meningitis. These diseases caused Logan to constantly throw up and have sharp pain shooting down his neck. Eventually, his mom rushed him to the hospital, where he was treated and given a GameCube for not dying. The third time was a result of his SMA surgery. SMA is a disease which blocks the blood flow of your intestines, which leads to food consumption and digestion to be very painful. Logan developed this disease around his late teenage years, and it affected him really badly. The pain from this caused Logan to stop eating altogether, and when he did eat, he'd just want to vomit it back out. No doctor could figure out what was wrong with Logan for years, until he finally found a doctor which diagnosed him with SMA. However, the doctor explained the only way to help cure Logan would be to undergo a risky surgery, which could lead to his death. But we all know Logan is someone who's never backed into a corner, and he would not stand down. He accepted and underwent surgery on the 20th of June 2012, and it was a complete success, curing Logan of the disease that he had tormenting his life for many years. Finally, the 4th time Logan almost died was during the filming of SML movie Fast and Furious. This was because Logan burned the rubber of his tires on his Camaro while filming the burnout shots. So when Logan wanted to brake, the car skidded, speeding into a ditch, and then he got flung out and broke his L4 and L1 vertebrae. Tito has his own channel called Tito Totter, where he posts Sonic plush videos with Chili, but this channel is pretty much dead, getting no views because of an extremely infrequent upload schedule. And to put it kindly, Tito isn't the best actor or storyteller. Anthony also had a plush channel named Curb Stomp, where Kirby played the main character. This channel was better quality-wise than Tito Totter, just due to Anthony being a really good voice actor, but it couldn't escape the rip-off SML feel, which is why the series discontinued. Although he discontinued the plush series, Anthony continued to upload on the Curb Stomp, changing the name from Curb Stomp to SML Gaming, where he did character reaction videos and gaming live streams. After Logan made his own SML Gaming channel, Anthony changed the name to SML Anthony Anthony, where he kept doing reactions, but then he kind of just sort of stopped. There have been many people in the SML crew who have gotten arrested. We've already talked about Matthew and Adriana, but Lavelle, Chili, her brother, and JJ have also been arrested too. Lavelle was arrested for a DUI, Chili was arrested twice for contempt of court, and once for drunk driving. And finally, JJ was arrested for various crimes, including intimidation, house invasion, and battery. None of the videos in the SML Who Wants to Be a Millionaire series have custom thumbnails, despite Logan having access to making them and being shown to make them in the past, which is really confusing. Unfortunately, in high school, Poopy was treated very harshly by other students, with them bullying him and even giving him swirlies.
Yeah, you got bullied a lot.
I sure did.
What was a swirly like?
You know, you ever been in a jacuzzi?
Yeah.
Imagine that it was that, but there was twice as much urine in it.
Both Lance and Poopy attended the same college that you can actually see in SML movie Jeffy Goes to the Zoo. The only time we ever see Jeffy without his diaper in the entire episode is also in Jeffy Goes to the Zoo. One of the classic Junior era videos is SML movie Bowser Jr. Goes Bowling, where they go to DeLuna Bowling Lane Alley. However, this isn't the only time they go to this alley, as in Jeffy Goes Bowling, Jeffy's Trophy, and Jeffy's Bowling Ball, they also go there. The SML Wiki is a website which documents pretty much everything SML related, and is very useful if you want to find any sort of information about SML. Hell, I even used it to research this video. However, there's another SML Wiki with the domain simply smlwiki.com. This website is basically a horror ARG with a bunch of creepy stuff related to SML on it. The YouTuber Timapoo really popularized it with the video The Tragedy of SML Wiki, which is a deep dive into the website, and he even had an interview with the creator of the website. This video was later mysteriously deleted though, for no given reason. People speculate it's either because it didn't include an epilepsy warning, or the creator didn't know what the interview would be published on, or it got backlash because of the sponsor segment. Either way, there are re-uploads of it on YouTube if you want to check it out, because it's a pretty good video. The website was inspiration for the infamous Jeffy's Endless Athos FNF mod. Jeffy's Endless Athos was one of the most popular FNF mods, probably because of the SML nostalgia and SML wiki blowing up. However, the original was taken down because the owner of the mod was strongly disliked, and this was Slingo Man, who was banned from making mods. Logan has stated that the YouTubers he grew up watching were Smosh, Ray William Johnson, and Shane Dawson, basically all the pioneers of YouTube. Lance has made it clear that his least favorite video to film was Joseph's house, because it was filmed in Lavelle's boiling hot trailer with a dead fish inside, which made the trailer smell atrocious. But by far the worst part is that Lance only had one line for that entire video, but still had to be in the trailer the entire time. Lance is engaged to his longtime girlfriend Audrey, who he met in nursing school. When Cody was a plush, he had a medical disorder where if he took off his hat, there would be another hat underneath.
Here or something like.
And underneath that hat, there would be another hat and another hat. You get the point. Tyrone's first appearance was in Chef Pee-Pee's family when he was a pizza delivery guy.
Aw, I thought you were another trick-or-treater, but you're just a black guy.
Hey, did you order the large pizza?
And Judith's first appearance was in Bowser's mom, when she quickly drops off Cody at Junior's house.
You must be Bowser, the big scary turtle man my Cody told me about.
Principal Steinbeck is named after the author John Steinbeck, who famously wrote the book of Mice and Men, which is extremely popular in high school English classes. When Judith was 5 years old, she was kidnapped by a man and locked up in his basement. Eventually, the man let her go, but kept the other two girls, which caused her to develop Stockholm Syndrome and become jealous of the other two girls. But after Judith went back, she realized that the other two girls were dead, which seemingly cured her jealousy.
Why did he let me go, but he kept them? So I tried to go back, and the other two girls were dead. So what I'm trying to say, Cody, is that maybe by me not being important, I didn't get murdered.
Tyrone's full name is Tyrone Juju Smith Jackson Nutkiss, but originally he was called Tyrese as seen in Cody's house. Whenever it's Cody's birthday, his parents become totally insane, from stuffing one of his cakes with bees to lighting his candles by rapping, and all of this Junior got to experience in SML movie Junior's 10th birthday. The The Brooklyn Guy puppet we see today isn't actually the original Brooklyn Guy puppet, because after years and years of him being used, his hair started to fall out, his mustache started becoming more dirty, and he was just generally falling apart. So they decided to retire this puppet and use a new Brooklyn Guy, which looks identical to the original Brooklyn Guy without all the wear and tear. The first episode we see this new puppet is in Brooklyn Guy's makeover. Despite searching for literal years, Logan cannot find another Jackie Chu puppet that doesn't look, well, awful. He especially needs one now, seeing that the original Jackie Chu puppet is not doing too great, with the crown literally breaking off. But by far, the most damaged SML puppet is Chef Pee-Pee. You've probably noticed the burn marks on his fingers from touching the frying pan, but did you know that his arm is literally sewn on from a different puppet, and on top of this, his eyes are literally shattered, and he can't even fit into his outfit anymore, which is why his top button is always off. You've probably noticed that there are no Jeffy puppets that look even close to the original. This is because the original was hand sewn for Logan, and trying to replicate a puppet that's hand sewn is nearly impossible, even for the original creator. The person who sewed the original Jeffy puppet also sewed the Logan puppet you see in the first grade series. Anthony is the only person in the crew to not get a puppet made after him, even with Tito, Lily, and Chili all having puppets made after him.
Why isn't there an Anthony puppet?
Shut up, Anthony.
I love that all of the SML crew was in it, even Tito, Chili, and Lily. Poor Anthony though. Man. SML has gone through 3 different main filming locations: Logan's mom's house, the apartment, and the SML filming house they still use today. The pink room that Junior stayed in during the old house days was actually Logan's sister's room. Logan's least favorite movie is Big Hero 6, with him hating it all the way back in 2014 when it initially came out. You may think his hatred is dwindled, but in SML movie Junior's Big Hero 6 problem, it's clear that he still has a burning passion for this movie.
I'm destroying my PS5! Why? Because I hate Big Hero 6!
Roy Githard was introduced in SML movie The School Dance, and was made solely to mock Chili's ex-boyfriend Roy Gibhard. This was made pretty obvious, not just by the fact that their names are literally identical, but also how the SML Roy apparently went to the Super Bowl with tickets that his girlfriend gave him, just like the Roy in real life. PJ Crenshaw was first mentioned in SML movie Chef Pee-Pee's Kids, but eventually got an actual appearance in SML movie PJ Crenshaw. He was made to replace Roy because Logan and Chili eventually made up, so having a character made on her ex-fling would kind of be awkward. EDP445 was actually supposed to be a part of the SML crew, with Logan even offering him a job, finding his content funny. However, Logan ghosted him, which led EDP to making a video calling him out, but in the long run, we all know that this was the right decision, as EDP later was exposed for getting a cupcake. Logan's first cat was named Precious, and was his favorite pet, even making videos on the Super Peach Logan account about her. Sadly though, Precious passed away on the 13th of April 2021, with Logan even making an SML video dedicated to Precious's biggest fan.
You know she's the best.
Logan has stated that his favorite characters are Brooklyn Guy, Cody, Judith, Chef Pee-Pee, Goodman, Toad, and Tyrone. Elena was hired after seeing a flyer advertising a position in SML. She auditioned with 2 others and instantly blew Logan away with her talents, in acting and in singing. It's unknown who exactly the other 2 were who auditioned with Elena, but I assume they are Benjamin Vath, who played Pac-Man in SML movie Mario's New Girlfriend, and Damon Latourell, who played Laquito in American Idol. The reason why I believe this is because these 2 videos they debuted in were uploaded soon after Elena's first video, and they both didn't have many credits after their debuts. Logan has made multiple videos capitalizing on brain rot memes. These videos include Jeffy's Skibbity Toilet, Cody's Lunchly, and Junior's Low Deeper Feed. Before Logan even uploaded the Jeffy Skibbity Toilet video, people were creating different Roblox games with Jeffy and Skibbity Toilet, some of which Logan played on the SML gaming channel. 1 year after celebrating Jeffy's 18th birthday, Logan announced that there would be a huge video celebrating Jeffy's 19th birthday. But after watching the 19th birthday video, you would notice that this is just Jeffy's 18th birthday, but shorter, and with a bus explosion. The reason why the video is so similar similar is because Pablo was actually out of town for the weekend they were supposed to film, and they only had access to the bus for a short period of time. This led to the video feeling very rushed and quite lazy plot-wise. Despite most big YouTubers hiring people to edit their videos, Logan has actually edited every single SML movie, the only exceptions to this being the recent SML movie May the 4th, and the music video for Gimme Back My Chromie. The first breaking news, okay, scene happened in 2010. In the video, Shrek's Nightmare.
We have breaking news today coming from you from South Florida, where we have a gigantic oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico.
After the fender bender, Goodman has been saying MK less, now to where he only says it on the news. The MK joke was actually inspired by Mr. Mackey from South Park, who would also say MK after every sentence.
Okay, that's fine. Okay.
Marvin is known to be extremely poor, even back when he was Mario. The reason for this is because in SML movie Mario's family moves in, it's revealed that Mario's games haven't been selling well, which causes his house to get taken away and having to move in with Bowser. Brooklyn Guy's main on Super Smash Bros. Is Diddy Kong.
Do you play as you? I mean, I don't. I play as Diddy Kong. Who do you play as?
While Marvin's is Mega Man.
Mega Man.
Yeah, exactly.
Logan's favorite Pokemon are the entire Poliwag line of evolution, that being Poliwag, Poliwrath, Politoed, and his favorite, Poliwhirl. Logan's love for the Polys is so big that he even bought an entire binder worth of Pokemon cards that are just Polys. Aside from playing Scooter, Matthew also plays Officer Bottom, one of the stand-ins for Brooklyn Guy when Pablo was quarantining. When Pablo was on quarantine, Cody could only appear on video call. Therefore, Logan added a new character named Harry, which was basically just a worse version of Cody that was British and played by Lance. From December 2020 to April 2021, Pablo could not film with the SML crew because he didn't want to catch COVID, as he was living with his older parents who would be extra vulnerable to the disease. Chives is probably the character with the most changes in voice actors. Initially, he was played by Lance in Joseph the Millionaire, but then after, Pablo played him in all the subsequent videos, until Anthony played him in Jeffy's Butler and all the future videos with him. Roy also kept changing voice actors, but it's a lot more complicated than Chives, because Lance and Poopy just kept alternating between which was more convenient. For example, in SML movie PJ Crenshaw, Lance played Roy because Poopy was already playing PJ Crenshaw, and Cody, but in SML movie Roy's Cool Lessons, Poopy played Roy because Lance was already playing Jeffy. Pablo's real name is Chris Netherton, and the reason he's called Pablo is because when Logan met him, he thought Chris looked Mexican, so he decided to just call him Pablo, and the name stuck. However, the reason that they call him Poopy is just because it's a fun name that sounds like Pablo, kind of like how Danny is another way of saying Daniel. Despite having numerous digestive issues, Logan's favorite restaurant is still McDonald's. Logan and Chili have broken up once before the cheating scandal in 2020.
I was full of myself. I acted like I was the king of the world. This caused me to lose my friends. Me and my girlfriend broke up.
While we don't know the exact date, many speculate it happened around the end of 2012. Mario was actually a divorcee before meeting Rosalina. Who divorced him? Well, it's none other than Peach, who divorced him after finding out he was bald.
This is what it looked like.
Lance actually used to voice Peach, with her sounding very, very annoying.
Yes! Yes!
Logan actually teased Superpowers 3 in 2021, but it took him literally 3 years to make it. Logan actually said that he had an ending in mind for the Pokemon series that was supposedly really funny, but he didn't end up doing it.
Playtime. Yeah. The Pokemon one had a funny ending. I knew the ending of that series. I wanted to continue it and finish it.
Logan's least favorite video was Pokemon Part 6, because the weather was extremely hot and there were lots of gnats biting at them.
I didn't know what my least favorite was. My least favorite one was the last Pokemon one. It was like, it was 108 degrees. There were gnats and we just couldn't get the scenes. It was just so hot and I said, I hate this.
Logan also had an ending in mind for the Chef Pee Pee Quit series, with Chef Pee Pee Jeffy, becoming a boxer is his final job, since he needed to find a boxing ring. However, this idea also never came to fruition. The reason Logan hated doing the series videos, and abandoned a lot of them without proper endings, was because he thought people weren't gonna watch them if they haven't watched previous videos, which would significantly diminish the viewership on the new series videos. Also, a lot of the series, Logan started in the old house or the apartment, so Logan thought continuing them just wouldn't make sense in the new house, so he just abandoned them. Anthony actually played Luigi's once before Marvin's brother, in the video Jeffy's Ghost, where this is the first time we've seen Luigi in 3 years.
Hello?
Hey Mario, how's it going, bro?
In one of Chili's vlogs, Logan had said if the main Super Mario Logan channel got its ads back, then he would burn Jeffy. Eventually, it did get its ads back, but Logan said it was past the deadline, so he didn't burn Jeffy. This was a massive controversy when it happened, with people being genuinely really upset that he didn't burn Jeffy. But to be honest, people did get their hopes up way too high, as there was no way in hell he would actually burn Jeffy. That would literally be the same as burning money. Like, why would he do that? Speaking of burning money, in SML movie Chef Pee-Pee's Restaurant, it's revealed that Chef Pee-Pee's credit score is 4 out of 800.
And your credit score was a 4.
4 out of 5, right? Pee-Pee doing good, huh?
Goodman is so disgusted by this that he burns the money which Chef Pee-Pee asked for.
Wait, what are you doing with the match? Wait, what the hell? What are you burning money for, you idiot? What the hell's wrong with you?
I will never give you money ever, Pee-Pee.
Marvin's credit score isn't much better, because his score is only 5 out of 800, as revealed in SML movie Chef Jeffy. Chef Pee-Pee's real name is Fernando Strongbottom of the Iron Asses of Wales, with his nickname being Pee-Pee after he got an infection in his... Yeah. Even though Joseph initially made fun of Cody for constantly being gay, it's revealed over the course of 10 years, we've known that he's also extremely homosexual, as shown by how he enjoys being choked by Cody.
How much this is turning me on right now?
Yes, I do.
Oh, harder, daddy.
Usually, people refer to the group Junior, Joseph, and Cody as the trio, but in SML movie Neighborhood Watch, they call themselves the Skeeter Boys, as an inside joke, but eventually this stuck on. The Skeeter Boys have done some incredibly sus things together, like in SML movie Junior's Crazy Girlfriend, where Joseph says that instead of them doing a blood pact, they should just piss on each other, and in SML movie Jeffy Gets Arrested, where all 3 of them went into the closet to do some activities. Every SML video now has SML movie in the title. However, this wasn't always the case, as initially, the SML movie title was used for videos that weren't a part of any series and that were really long, with the first ever SML movie being over 30 minutes. But nowadays, literally anything that Logan uploads is an SML movie, regardless of the length or whether it's a part of a series. The first video with SML movie in the title was SML movie The Nintendo DSi, a 30-minute video centered around the DSi. The first time Logan properly showed his face was in the SML 20,000 subscriber special in 2010, when he was 15. Mama Luigi was Logan's first character that was a smash hit, back before Jeffy, Junior, or even Black Yoshi, with him making an appearance in almost every single video, until being killed off in Mario & Luigi Stupid and Dumb Adventure Season 1 Episode 11, as his voice actor Zeke had to move away from Florida. Mama Luigi is based off a meme in which Luigi from the animated Super Mario World show says this line.
You didn't tell me you were bringing a secret weapon, Luigi. That's Mama Luigi to you, Mario.
After the main character judging episode, where a bunch of characters like Mama Luigi debuted, Mama Luigi had kidnapped the real Luigi and took his place before the events of Mario & Luigi Stupid and Dumb Adventures Episode 1. In 2017, Logan actually hit up Zeke to be a part of the SML movie and some other videos he was making at the time, to which Zeke agreed. But eventually, Zeke had filmed the scenes for these videos and had gone back home, and he enjoyed working with them so much that he even asked Logan if he could join full time, to which Logan had accepted, so he quit his job at the time and was looking towards a brighter future with the SML crew. But suddenly, Logan had ghosted Zeke and didn't respond to any of his later messages, which meant that Zeke couldn't be a part of the crew and he had to quit his job for nothing. This at the time was one of the biggest criticisms that people had against Logan, as people thought he had conned Zeke. However, as time passed, it seemed that Logan had made the correct decision, as Zeke was exposed for being a lolicon enjoyer and received a lot of backlash, so retrospectively, Logan really dodged a bullet there. Despite most of the videos that Logan filmed with Zeke in 2019 not being released, he did put out one video which was a remake of Toad's Mistake, which received highly positive feedback from fans. The final video that Zeke helped film was in 2017, and it was the HD remake of Mario and Luigi's Stupid and Dumb Adventures, but that video was scrapped probably because Logan had no plans on getting Zeke back to film later episodes. After Logan had ghosted Zeke, as we said earlier, he went on WHD's livestream to leak everything that was going on in the SML crew, even really private stuff. Firstly, he said filming with Lavelle was a nightmare because he would be on drugs the entire time. Then he talked about Elena doing marijuana. Then he finally spoke out about Chili and Elena having some sort of tension. Interestingly, this is the first time the Chili and Elena beef was made public. Even though this was some spicy drama slop, it's kinda effed up how Zeke just dropped a bunch of private information about these people. Like, why does anyone need to know that Elena smokes weed? Tyrone has made millions by suing the inventor of Scrub Daddy, but lost it all betting on a meme coin.
No, we broke as hell. We spent all the money.
No, Cody, we put it all into a meme coin. We put it all into Brave Little Toaster coin, and right now it's down 99.9%.
Most of Jeffy's costumes are actually just baby costumes. It's kind of funny to imagine a baby dressed up as Jeffy the rapper, though. Aside from Lavelle, whenever the SML cast has to say the N-word, they say ninja instead. But this was not always the case. With Lance, who used to be very liberal with his usage of it.
I don't know where Jeffy's at. What's up, What? Jeffy?
As of July 16th, 2024, Junior and Penelope have broken up 3 times. The first time was in SML movie Junior's Crazy Girlfriend, where Junior broke up with Penelope, but she just sort of ignored it and they continued being in a relationship. The second time was in SML movie Junior's Scary Bum, where Penelope broke up with Junior for cheating on her with Cody's neighbor Tina. They got back together after Junior kidnapped her and let her go, making her think that Junior was not the one to kidnap her. And finally, in SML movie The Diary, Junior reads Penelope's diary about wanting to be with Bully and not really liking Junior, and he decides to break up with her. The first time we see Cody and Timmy in a relationship was in Junior the Crazy Boyfriend. Despite literally everyone saying that Ken is a doll, from Cody's parents to Junior and Joseph, Timmy is the only one who wholeheartedly agrees with Cody that Ken is a human. Even though Junior makes fun of Cody all the time, saying things like Ken is a doll, he actually believes this Thomas the Tank Engine toy is real. Cody has a sister named Katie, who is pretty much just as weird as Cody, having a bunch of medical conditions like Cody, and even carrying around a doll. SML has made a bunch of FNAF parody videos, with the first being Junior's Sleepover, and the most recent being SML movie Sister Location. Chef Pee-Pee working in a call center in Chef Pee-Pee Quits Part 4 is actually inspired by Logan working in a call center when he was in college, and just like Chef Pee-Pee, he was also fired. Logan has recently released a Jeffyopoly game and a Jeffy piano on SML merch, but I have no idea how they got the permission to make Jeffyopoly, and they're probably gonna get sued, but it would actually be pretty impressive if they did get permission. Logan's actually of German ancestry, with 30 Acre being the name of his great-great-great-grandparents when they chose to move to the States. Their original last name was Dizakner. Lavelle's first name is actually Ulysses, with Lavelle being his middle name. Brooklyn Guy actually has a son, as shown in SML movie The Call of Duty Blackout, or more accurately had a son, because Black Yoshi shot and killed him in this video. Despite Black Yoshi playing COD 24/7, Junior actually beat him on his literal first time of playing the game.
Yes, I killed Purple Kool-Aid in the hood! Take that, Purple Kool-Aid in the hood! You suck!
In earlier videos, Black Yoshi would constantly bother a guy in game named Charlie Brown 678, to the point where he literally hired a rat to chew on Black Yoshi's power line, causing a blackout in SML movie The Call of Duty Blackout. However, Black Yoshi finds out and goes to his house, where we find out that Charlie Brown 678 is actually Joseph, who Black Yoshi then kills. You may be wondering what happened to Junior's classmates in the first grade series, like Samantha and Emily, who were main characters in that series, but then just disappeared afterwards. Well, in SML movie Five Nights at Freddy's, it's revealed that Mr. Winkle actually killed them while trying to hug them in the bathroom. The girl who played Emily in the first grade series series is actually Lance's ex-girlfriend. Despite not bringing him onto the cast, Logan has actually referenced EDP in SML movies Jeffy Catches a Predator and Jeffy's podcast.
I'm here with everyone's favorite overweight cupcake eater, EDP 445.
Although Bully Bill bullies Jeffy a lot, he doesn't actually bully anyone else in class, like Junior. This is because in his first appearance in SML movie Junior Learns Karate, Junior literally stabbed his eye out with chopsticks, so he probably doesn't want to mess with him or the Skeeter boys anymore. Junior's favorite cereal is Cookie Crisp, because they are literally just mini chocolate chip cookies and milk. I mean, come on, who doesn't love it? Despite throwing away all of his food that Marvin gives him, and also never exercising, Jeffy is actually peak human specimen, being a world-class runner, soccer player, and boxer. Jeffy's favorite food is actually carrots, as he says in the song he makes for Tyrone.
Wait, what? I ain't green beans, I like carrots, I like carrots.
Jeffy's sister Phoebe was initially voiced by Elena in Jeffy's Sister, but in Jeffy's Sister Returns, Chili voiced her because at the time, Chili had forced Elena out of the channel. Cody is literally a medical anomaly, because despite having Lou Gehrig's disease, which is what Stephen Hawking's has, he can still move around and walk just fine. Logan has stated in a vlog that he will retire at age 40, which is about 9 years from when this video goes up. Logan was heartbroken when MatPat left Game Theory, dedicating an entire vlog ranting about it. Logan is a speed cuber, with his fastest time being 24 seconds. Logan actually commissioned all the custom costumes for the Five Nights at Freddy's series, which is why they took so long to make. In SML movie The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, there was so much gore that YouTube had to age restrict it, and Logan needed to go over and censor all the human remains, making what was one of SML's most creative sets into a massive blur fest. Similarly, in SML movie It, the video got age restricted for showing a character that if we were to even name, we'd probably also get age restricted. So Logan went and changed all of the mentions of this character's name to Coco, which sounds like the name of the original character, and covered the face of the character with Coco from Foster Home of Imaginary Friends. SML movie Amber Alert is about the gang seeing a Cybertruck that apparently has a kidnapped girl inside. This video also got age restricted because the original ending was Cody on the phone to Junior, who later disconnects after the kidnapper finds him hiding in the Cybertruck. Junior lies to Joseph, saying that Cody must have a fun time in the Cybertruck, but Cody eventually escapes and comes back to the house, telling the gang that he escaped by biting off the kidnapper's junk. This was age restricted, so Logan changed it to where the video ends after Cody disconnects, and Junior says Cody's just having a fun time in the Cybertruck, cutting out the part where Cody comes back to the house and tells him he had bitten off the kidnapper's junk. However, Logan forgot to include the audio of Junior saying Cody had a fun time, so it looks like he's just mouthing words to Joseph. This caused Logan to change the ending again to where now the video just ends after Cody disconnects the call.
Hey, stay the back! Stay the back! Let go of me, you brother!
The very much hated Cody's hot dog restaurant video also got age restricted because, well... But instead of trying to change the video to make it not get age restricted, Logan just took the video down and acknowledged that people don't want to see Cody and Timmy doing that. SML movie The Christmas Play also got age restricted, but unlike others, the exact reason isn't known. People think it's probably to do with the P. Diddy song, but SML has made other videos with P. Diddy, and they haven't gotten age restricted, but I think it's probably because this is done in a school environment, and we all know how YouTube can be sometimes. In SML movie The Christmas Play, when the characters are singing the Diddy's Wonderland song, you can see that everyone is singing except for Junior, who is just mouthing words. This is because Logan was actually sick while filming this video and didn't want to mess up the song with his messed up sick voice. Brooklyn Guy went to Billy Bowlinghands Memorial High School, which was named after a student called Billy Bowlinghands, who had his hands removed in a freak accident and replaced with bowling balls. Brooklyn Guy decided to challenge Billy in a swimming competition, which Billy accepted, but unfortunately, he drowned because the bowling balls weighed him down and nobody could get him out. In commemoration of his death, they renamed the school after him.
And
then he joined the swim team, and I challenged him to a swimming competition. And he drowned because his big bowling ball hands weighed him down to the bottom of the pool and nobody could get him out. So I'm thinking, great, I'm finally rid of Billy Bowling Hands. He's dead. But no, they decided to name the entire school after him.
Timmy Huckerdoo's voice has completely changed from when we first saw him in SML movie The Huckerdoos. From a stereotypical rich kid voice to a stereotypical gay person voice. And the first time we saw this new voice was in SML movie Junior the Crazy Boyfriend. Jeffy was actually supposed to be called Doofy, but then Logan realized that they already had a Doofy the Dragon character. The first time we see Doofy the Dragon is in Junior's sleepover, when he sings about cleaning your balls.
Make sure you clean your balls. Make sure you clean them good.
Junior's grandma, or Margaret, was everywhere in the initial days of the Junior era. However, fans hated her so much that Logan just stopped using her. Interestingly, in the Mario and Luigi Stupid and Dumb Adventures Season 3 Episode 3 episode, Margaret refers to Mario and Luigi as her children, which meant that Mario and Luigi were Bowser's brothers. In the episode, we also get to see why Bowser hates Mario so much, because Mario had promised to get Bowser cookies if he helped Mario get the remote. But then, after Bowser helped him, Mario did not hold up his end of the deal and just left. Brooklyn Guy's wife's name is Karen, but it wasn't always that, because in her debut video, Bowser Jr.'s Home Alone 2, her name was Shannon, but probably after the Karen meme in 2020, they changed it to Karen. Brooklyn Guy constantly says how much he hates his mom, but in reality, he really values her opinion about him, because in SML movie Goodman's Heart Transplant, he breaks down into tears after she insults him.
I am a doctor. It says it right on my shirt.
You're not even a real doctor. Your stethoscope is sewn to your stupid shirt.
Cody's boyfriend Ken is actually 63 years old, which is incredibly gross as he's dating Cody, who is a 17-year-old, and he's been dating him since he was 6. Brooklyn Guy's brother, Mr. Plane Crash Guy, is actually one of the pilots who partook in the September 11th terrorist attack. There are 3 SML videos where everyone on Earth dies, those being Jeffy's coma, President Jeffy, and Junior's curse. When Logan went to New York to meet up with fans, the cops had called it a riot and brought the SWAT team in because of how many fans were swarming Logan. During their sleepovers, in SML movie The Sleepover Mission, Penelope and her girlfriends attempt to find a way to transport all the boys to Jupiter. In Junior Goes to Jupiter, it's revealed that the gas surrounding Jupiter actually makes you more dumb.
What are you guys doing near Jupiter? We guard Jupiter to make sure no one gets too close, cause the gas makes you stupider.
In the SML universe, the sun is actually a planet, as confirmed by the alien in SML movie The Alien. It's also made apparent that the moon is made of cheese, in SML movie Jeffy's Moon Cheese. From July 27th, 2022 to August 26, 2023, Cody got a free medium french fries every single week from McDonald's. Logan actually lost the original Simmons puppet, which is why in SML movie The Nuke Problem, Simmons' face looks different. Logan had actually wanted to bring back Harry, but they couldn't find the Harry puppet, with Logan joking that Poopy destroyed it out of jealousy. It's actually illegal in the SML universe to eat tricks as an adult, as shown in SML movie The Fountain of Youth. In SML movie Scream and SML movie The Cookie Jar, it's shown that Poopy is actually quite the menace in the SML universe, stealing the cookies out of the cookie jar and killing all the characters that are not his own. Lavelle and Poopy are both massive anime fans, and are the people who advise Logan on what to do in the Jeffy Ball Z series. In the SML universe, the most heinous crime is any direct mention to the Super Mario Bros. Franchise, with it carrying up to 10 billion life sentences, as seen in SML movie Jeffy Goes to Epic Universe.
I find you and Jeffy guilty, and I sentence both of you to 10 billion consecutive life sentences.
Logan has a massive crush on Margot Robbie, with him talking about her in multiple videos, including SML movie The Celebrity Crush and SML movie Starstrucken.
No.
Margot Robbie's in it.
She is?
Yeah.
Wait, I think I saw a preview for it. Her feet's in the movie.
Despite Cody saying he's not a doll, there are multiple human versions of Ken. The most notable are the Kens in SML movie Spokane and Awaken. There are actually multiple instances where the regular doll Ken does actually appear to be alive, like him crying in SML movie Bowser Jr.'s Train Table and Game Night 1. Jeffy's sister Phoebe is actually his half-sister, because instead of Jacques-Pierre Francois, her father is actually just Nancy's landlord Terry, and we find that out in Jeffy's 20th birthday. The most viewed SML video currently on the channel is Jeffy the Boxer, with 56 million views, probably because it was boosted in the algorithm due to all the likes it got from Jeffy directly telling people in the video to like. Which, again, if you haven't liked the video, what are you doing? Come on, lock in. The most viewed video on the Super Luigi Logan channel was the Why music video, at 66 million views. The highest viewed SML movie being Fat Jeffy at 58 million views on the Super Luigi Logan channel, and the most viewed video on the Super Bowser Logan channel is Junior's Lucky Penny at 59 million views. But the most viewed video on the original Super Mario Logan channel is an astonishing 92 million views, and that is Jeffy's parents. The original channel trailer for the current SML channel was the Our New Channel video that Logan uploaded as the first video when he moved onto the channel, but suddenly it's changed to Jeffy the Rapper 3 for some reason. Despite Jeffy saying he changed and become a good boy during Jeffy's parents, in the literal next episode, which was Inside Jeffy, he was right back to his usual ways. Goodman has 3 named sons, Richard, Benjamin, and Pepper, with him disowning Pepper after he peed on a kid and ended up getting on the sex offender registry. Similarly, Jonathan ended up getting on the sex offender registry too, after accidentally peeing on a bunch of kids during his ice cream truck job.
So I whipped out my wiener and went to the back of the truck and peed on the ground. But I didn't know that there was a line of kids waiting for ice cream at the back.
The Easter Bunny is canonically dead in the SML universe, after Santa shot and killed him in a drive-by for sleeping with his wife.
Hey, Easter Bunny! Eat lead, bitch!
The original ending for Jeffy's favorite song was that the creepy bunny at the end wouldn't eat Marvin, and instead would just sing the song, and then the next morning, Marvin would be obsessed with the song. The creepy bunny in this video was actually reused for Junior's 8th birthday, with him actually being the one to do the jump scare at the end. The "nah, it's just me ninja" joke by Chef Peepee in Bowser Jr.'s Voodoo Doll continues to this day, with it being featured in SML movie Junior Spring Break Problem.
You can go to Japan with your friends.
Really, Dad?
Nah, it's just me.
When Jeffy was first introduced, he never cursed. It was only in SML movie Jeffy's Homework that he said his first cuss word, and the fans found it so hilarious that Logan decided to make it a character trait that Jeffy swears. Logan has tried multiple ways to censor the swear words in his videos, initially just bleeping them, and then adding a dolphin sound effect, to finally just cutting the audio whenever they say one. After the first wave of demonetization, many fans had tried to get Keemstar of the YouTube channel Drama Alert to try and help Logan, but he actually declined because he thought the SML was an Elsagate channel. The most viewed SML parody video is SML YTP's Jeffy the Killer, which isn't actually a YTP, but is one of his own original parodies. The most viewed SML commentary video is Sunny B2's video, The Turbulent Tale of Super Mario Logan. One of the biggest SML commentary YouTubers, SML Theory, deleted all of his videos and abandoned his channel. This is because he didn't want to be associated with SML anymore, because it was becoming too degenerate and the content itself was lacking in substance. Another massive SML commentator was the SMR, who had also deleted his channel, but for very different reasons. See, in the end of 2023, the SMR was accused of messaging a 16-year-old when he was 21. Many awaited his response to these claims, but it never came, with the SMR deleting his channel and entire social media presence shortly after the allegations dropped. A few days after the fallout of the allegations, the SMR had messaged another SML reviewer, Super Mario Nick, saying that he was framed and he was not behind these messages. However, without any concrete evidence provided, this defense was not effective, and the SMR's name was completely tarnished in the SML community. The final SML commentator who deleted their channel was Ray Rans. Although Ray was not as big of a creator as someone like the SMR, he was still respected in the space, but that all came down as he was accused of messaging a 15-year-old. He at first said he wasn't gonna pull an SMR and go MIA without debunking the allegations. However, the YouTuber Mysterious Mr. Inter made a complete comprehensive breakdown of the allegations, which Ray did not want to fight against, so he just deleted his channel like the SMR without any sort of defense. In Jeffy's parents, Nancy says that she gave birth to Jeffy in a porta potty, but in Jeffy's 20th birthday, he's seen born in a hospital, so either they retconned this, or Nancy was just lying. Despite Jacques-Pierre Francois being drugged and taken advantage of by Nancy, who later gave birth to Jeffy as a result, Jacques still somewhat cares for Jeffy, leaving him his entire fortune. Jacques-Pierre Francois translates to James Rock French in English. Logan did not buy the bully puppet from his own SML merch site. Instead, Elena actually made it for him. Logan hates filming outside because the cars caused too much noise and drowned out the characters' voices. There is a huge problem with bots, with questionable profile pictures in the comments of SML videos. This is because the scammers that send these bot attacks look out specifically for kids channels, but most kids channels combat this by blocking an insane amount of words in their comments. However, Logan does not do this, which causes an infestation of bots to swarm his videos. Before leaving the Super Luigi Logan channel for good, Logan tried to upload 2 more SML videos, those being the original Game Night 8 and Goodman's House, both of which got demonetized, leading to Logan leaving the channel. Similarly, before Logan got the cease and desist, he did actually film some videos with the plushies, but unfortunately, after receiving the legal notice he couldn't upload the videos, the only one we still know that exists is SML movie Jeffy's Secret Room, as Lance has posted the behind the scenes of it. The longest video Logan has uploaded was SML movie Jeffy's Fun Day, which is an hour and 4 minutes of Jeffy watching paint dry. The pencil markings that Jeffy made in SML movie Jeffy can still be seen on the door. Jeffy's pencil is actually magic, because in SML movie Jeffy's Magic Pencil, he covers the pencil in glitter, which turns it into a magic wand. Jeffy's shirt didn't come with his name written on it. It was actually Elena who wrote Jeffy's name on his shirt with a Sharpie. In SML movie Bowser Jr. Goes to the Future, crew covered the entire living room and kitchen with so much tinfoil that in the next video Junior goes kinda camping, they can still find the foil.
Oh man, and I'm still finding the stupid foil?
Jeffy's dance moves in the dance marathon is actually the hop hop dance we see him do in Jeffy's favorite song. The only SML song to get an expanded version is Twerk It, Shake It, which we first see in Junior Summer School episode 3, but we actually get to see an expanded version in SML movie Jeffy the Rapper too. Jeffy seemingly possesses super strength, being able to lift couch cushions and TVs that are 100 times his size. Tito's fake ex-girlfriend Rebecca voiced the maid in SML movie The Maid and in SML movie Chef Pee-Pee's Date. Logan and Tito first met Rebecca at a strip club that she was working at and decided to pay her to be Tito's fake girlfriend. Logan and Brooklyn Guy share a ton of the same interests, including basketball, football, and going to the strip club. The reason why we get so many cop scenes is because when Logan was younger, he wanted to be a police officer, and his liking to cops manifested in him liking a bunch of cop videos.
I thought being a police officer would be cool because pulling people over, and like that's why we do a lot of cop videos, because it's kind of fun to like pretend in the videos like what the cop scenario would be.
Back in 2020, when the cheating drama was still happening, Logan posted a bunch of pictures of Tito at a strip club to the SML group chat which minors were in. Although Logan was probably unaware of the minors on the chat before he posted the images, this is still a crime which he is yet to say anything about. One of Logan's close past friends was Jamarcus Mitchell, whom he met at the hospital when he was undergoing his SMA surgery. Jamarcus helped Logan gain a new view on life, which was very meaningful, as Logan had been going through an extremely dark period at that point. However, Jamarcus actually ended up passing away from leukemia, which deeply upset Logan. At Jamarcus's funeral, Logan had helped carry his coffin and decided to change his life for the better. Darman has made an entire video about Logan's life, which mostly took inspiration from Logan's Draw My Life, with all of the plot happening in the exact order as happened in the Draw My Life. However, the most viewed SML video that wasn't made by Logan and the crew was the aforementioned Darman video, at a mind-blowing 9.2 million views, and probably over 10 million views at the time this is posted. The most viewed SML video as of 2024 is Jeffy's Club, coming in at 16 million views. This is followed by Jeffy the Lawyer at 15 million views, and then a tie between Jeffy's Voice Changer and Superpowers 3 at both 12 million views. And to be honest, these numbers numbers are probably completely different when you're watching this video. Logan has stated multiple times that he does not put much effort into January videos. This is because after Christmas, the ad rates plummet, so the money he makes from the videos diminishes significantly, causing him to not put as much effort in January videos. Weedle is the second Pokemon we see Chef Pee catch in the Pokemon series. Somehow, despite being level 100, Ash's Pikachu in the Pokemon series was defeated by a water bottle that Chef Pee tried to toss at Junior. Even though it's been 2 years, Cody Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone has still not gotten a sequel. Lance cannot laugh properly in the Jeffy voice, which is why when Jeffy laughs, it sounds like this.
Why'd you do that?
The first time we see Bowser watching Charlie and Friends was in Bowser's Biggest Fear, where he calls it a soap opera for some reason. Hansel, the homeless man, got his name from a real homeless man that Poopy and Logan met. We first see Cody meet Ken in SML movie Bowser Jr. Summer Vacation, where we see him buy Ken from Toys R Us. However, this Ken looks different from the modern Ken. Last year, there was a really strange trend on Instagram and YouTube where people would change their profile picture to Fat Logan and call Logan Little Bro in his comments. Despite Jeffy dying in Squid Game 2021, he was somehow still alive in the sequel series in 2025. The robot Cody made in SML movie Cody's Robot was sold to Goodman, as you can see in Dougie's Robot Scam. Jeffy's grandparents was supposed to have a completely different ending, but Logan got sick, so they rushed the ending.
Hey guys, so I'm sick, and I wasn't sick when we were filming the rest of the video, and we wanted to get the ending the next day, and then my voice sounded like this, and we still had to upload it, so that's why Marvin's sick like this.
Brooklyn Guy's dream is to be a professional comedian, as shown in SML movie Jeffy Scream and SML movie Junior Stinky Friend, but he quite frankly sucks. Despite having no legs, Brooklyn Guy was actually the kicker for his high school football team. Karen is completely okay with Brooklyn Guy having affairs, and she even playfully encourages him, like in SML movie The Bully Solution.
I will too bang his mom.
I bet you $5 that you don't.
Okay, bet. I'm gonna bang his mom.
Okay, deal. You're not a closer, Pointy. You don't have the move.
Bowser has millions of dollars underneath his mattress so that the IRS can't find it.
Wallet? Look under my bed.
Look under your bed. What? Dad! Why do you have so much money under your mattress?
Junior, ever since I was 18, I've been stuffing my mattress with cash so the IRS wouldn't find my money.
Jackie Chu and Jeffy are the only two contestants on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire to win the $1 million. Even though Rosalina literally has lived in space and she was born to aliens, she still thinks the Earth is flat.
Next question, is the Earth flat, yes or no?
Yes, the Earth is flat.
Get the f out of here.
What?
Get the f out of here, go.
Back when Black Yoshi was a kid, his mom used to put popsicles on everything, except a stick. She even put it on wheat toast.
Wheat toast though. The wheat toast was the best one, cause you got the best of both worlds. You got your fiber and you got your treat.
Nancy at first wanted to call Jeffy Thomas Jefferson, but when the doctor pointed out that that was the inventor of the light bulb, she ended up deciding to just call him Jeffy. Phoebe got killed after being hit by a truck when crossing the road on her bike, but many people believe that the person in the truck was actually Woody, as he is the only other person in the SML universe to have a truck. Jeffy actually has his own series of math principles called Jeffy's Law that was created in Jeffy's homework. The law states that 2 + 2 is baby 2 and 4 - 2 is 4. In the SML universe, photosynthesis is when the flash from a camera provides the light for a plant to grow. Logan, Tito, and Chili used to have a series called School Stories, where they would dramatize different stories from when they were in school. These videos were live action and uploaded to the Chili channel. One of Logan's backup plans after being sued was to do live action sketches similar to the Summer School series, which honestly, I know I would have watched. Junior has, I don't even know how to pronounce this, syndaglophobia. Yeah, which is a fear of cotton balls, because when he was a baby, Bowser stuffed his mouth with cotton balls instead of using a pacifier. Brooklyn Guy killed all the main characters in SML movie Up after giving them balloons filled with methane in Jeffy's balloon Balloon Company.
Great, you're being sued for the death of Carl Fredrickson, a kid named Russell, a dog named Doug, and a snipe named Kevin. What the?
Similar to how Jeffy's Cheerio box gave birth to Jeffy's kids, in SML movie Jeffy's Kids, Shrek's Sara Lee cheesecake box gave birth to a baby Shrek in SML movie Baby Shrek. There's a popular fan theory that the relationship between Marvin and Rose reflects Logan's relationship with Chili. In 2020, when the Logan Chili cheating drama was happening, videos such as Goodman's Revenge and Jeffy's online school were posted, which display the worst of Marvin and Rose's relationship, mirroring the state of Logan and Chili's. You've probably noticed that Brooklyn Guy does not have legs. The reason for this is that when he was younger, Brooklyn Guy was playing kickball, but instead of kicking an actual ball, he just started kicking everyone in the balls. And he didn't stop at just students. He kicked the teacher's nuts, the judge's nuts, and the policeman's nuts. So the court ruled that Brooklyn Guy's legs need to be surgically removed. In Chef Pee-Pee's first few appearances, he acts extremely weird and mentally unstable, which is in sharp contrast to nowadays, when Chef Pee-Pee plays more of a significant straight man role. A popular fan theory regarding this is that in his first few appearances, it actually took place in the future after Chef Pee-Pee has gone completely mad after all of the years of abuse from Bowser and Jr. This theory was talked about by Logan and Lavelle in the Lavelle Meet the Cast, where they liked the theory so much that Logan decided to canonize it. Chef Pee-Pee initially had an all-white uniform, but in SML movie Chef Pee-Pee's birthday, Jackie Chu gifted him the embroidered Chef Pee-Pee jacket that he still wears to this day. Before Jackie Chu was a teacher, in the Summer School series, he actually worked as one of Bowser's chefs alongside Chef Pee-Pee.
How about you be my second chef?
The characters Tony the Tiger, Shrek, and Woody were all Froggy Company's idea. When Logan used to do his daily vlogs last year, the crew would get really mad because he would film the vlogs while they were filming regular SML videos. For the gaming videos, Logan actually used the Huckerdoo house to set up the computers the cast used for the videos. For the SML Squid Game series, Logan had really struggled to make dachi, taking him literal hours to try and figure it out. In Lance's Meet the Cast, it's revealed that Jackie Chu's ethnicity expands to every country in Asia, which is how he can be Chinese, Japanese, and Korean all at the same time. However, Lavelle has completely turned over a new leaf, with him having made up with Anthony, according to this comment Anthony made on one of our videos. Fun fact, Lavelle and Poopy are legitimately two of my best friends now. There are 4 SML cast members with kids. Lavelle and Anthony have sons, Logan has a daughter, and Matthew has 2 sons. Logan's favorite drink is Sprite, with him drinking it pretty much every day and having a massive crash out when they change the bottles from green to clear. In SML movie Bowser Jr.'s Cookies, the crew covered the entire apartment with sticky notes that had cookies written on them. This totaled about 17,000 sticky notes, which only cost around $65. Logan hates the live-action remakes of animated movies, as shown in SML movie How to Train Your Dragon Part 1. Despite this, Logan has actually attended the premiere of the live-action How to Train Your Dragon movie. Bubbles was initially played by Z, and wasn't a live-action character, instead being the name of the Wario plush. A lot of the medical disorders that SML characters have, Logan also had. For example, Shrek and Logan both suffer from diarrhea, both Cody and Logan have acid reflux, IBS, and recently the new character Mosquito Man had West Nile virus, which Logan also had. One of the most popular SML parody channels was Here's Jeffy, who would basically just do what SML Gaming did, with the actual cast playing the characters. However, recently, Here's Jeffy is completely rebranded to Here's Johnny, citing copyright issues with Logan. Many took this to believe that Logan had directly struck them, or even sent his own cease and desist letter to the guys who made Here's Johnny. But Logan never really cared if people use his characters, as long as it wasn't just re-uploading videos, although there is no direct answer. Dr. Finkelshitz is one of the most popular live-action characters in SML, making his debut in SML movie The Alien. Even though he's a famous scientist with his own TV show, Dr. Finkelshitz still lives with his mom. In the 2 appearances of Judge Poopy, in SML movie Jeffy and Jr. Go to Prison, and Jr.'s essay, he had an entire intro for him, which they never used again.
Welcome to Poopy's courtroom, where you're always guilty till proven innocent.
Another one of Jeffy's favorite foods is Cheerios, but he doesn't like to eat them. Instead, he likes putting his thing inside of them. A clip from SML movie Jeffy's speeding ticket went pretty viral on TikTok. Clip in question being the one where Marvin asks Jeffy whether he got a speeding ticket.
So nothing bad happened? You didn't wreck it? You didn't hit anybody? You didn't run anybody over? You didn't get a speeding ticket? Wait, Jeffy, why are you making that face? Jeffy, did you get a speeding ticket?
Brooklyn Guy has tried to kill his wife on multiple occasions. First, being in The Purge, where he straight up shoots her, and the second, being in Brooklyn Guy's Hot Wife, where he tries to poison her. Brooklyn Guy loves to bet his life savings on sports matches. The first time he did this was in SML movie The Super Bowl Problem, where he bet his entire life savings on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to win the Super Bowl and actually won. The second time he did this was in 2023, betting that the Miami Heat would move to the NBA Finals, which he got right again. But finally, just 5 months ago, in the Super Bowl Bamboozle, he bet the Kansas City Chiefs would win the Super Bowl, which he lost that bet. Ken is actually notarized as the next of kin to Cody, despite being a doll. Cody has PTSD whenever someone says the word half, after SML movie Bro Ken, where Ken broke in half. The first video Lance vlogged behind the scenes for was SML movie Jeffy Goes to Disney World. Some of the longest and most raw SML videos are the Junior Goes to Disney World Part 1 and 2 episodes, totaling over an hour long with the 2 parts combined. And fun fact, these were the first SML videos that I've ever watched. When Logan started out doing YouTube, his dream was to have a custom banner, which at the time only partnered YouTubers could have. Logan has made so many Ken videos, to where he has literally run out of words to have Ken in them. Now, making videos like the Ken Food Drive. The house Joseph had in Joseph the Millionaire was actually the Great Escape Lakeside Vacation House, which is why there are life-sized versions of Operation and Monopoly. The first SML video to have Brooklyn Guy in the title, and as the sole main character, was The Life of Brooklyn Guy. Initially, the video was supposed to be called The Life of Guy, as a reference to The Life of Pi, but he eventually decided not to. In SML movie Scooby-Doo, the grand reveal is that Chef Pee-Pee was the murderer, because he owned the mask that the killer wore. But if you look at the thumbnail, you can clearly see Chef Pee-Pee is in the mask, basically giving away the twist of the video before you even watch it. There are multiple instances of Chef Pee-Pee being very homicidal. There's obviously the aforementioned Scooby-Doo video, but then there's The Purge, where Chef Pee-Pee tries to kill Junior, who's only 7 years old at the time. And finally, there's SML movie Among Us, where Chef Pee-Pee kills everyone in the SML house besides Brooklyn Guy. All the songs you hear in the background of SML are songs from the public domain YouTube library. This song that you hear in almost every SML video, whether it's a character that's mad or in danger, is called Earthly Crust by Jingle Punks. And the song that plays at the beginning of almost every SML video is called Bumper Tag by John Deely. The song that plays at the beginning of all Junior videos is called Get Outside by Jason Farnham. I widely suspect that Logan might actually watch my videos on this channel, because only shortly after I posted my video about why SML Gaming failed, he posted a vlog about 1 week later called SML Gaming Failed. He didn't mention my video in it, but he talked about a lot of my points in the video, and it's very obvious that he watched it. As a result of getting COVID, Logan developed another disease called parosmia, which basically meant that all the food he'd eat would smell and taste awful. He suffered with this for months, even after recovering from COVID, but fortunately, after a long while, he did get better. The SML cast found out they all got COVID after eating a pizza, which they could neither smell nor taste. Logan had to wear a feeding tube of a consequence of his SMAS, which caused him to develop a lot of social anxiety. Logan had to skip so much school because of his illness that even the teachers would make fun of it. Logan has never watched a Kung Fu Panda movie until the 4th one. Jeffy's legal last name is Jeffy. Jeffy had first said his last name was Jeffy in Mario the Babysitter, but I assume all of us chalked that up to him being stupid. And then when we saw that Jeffy's father was Jacques-Pierre Francois, it would have been fair to say Jeffy's name would be Jeffy Francois, or maybe Jeffy Marvin, since Marvin adopted him. But as confirmed in this community post by Anthony, Jeffy's last name is not Francois and is actually just Jeffy. Lance and Matthew have a podcast together called the Beyond Buzz Podcast, where they talk about their lives. Cody has invented a time machine, a baby machine, machine and a cloning machine, but his family is still in poverty. The phrase Mario torture was originally coined by WH Dude as a parody of Squidward torture. Jonathan takes heavy inspiration from the character Neil Goldman from Family Guy, both having buck teeth, a lisp, and being massive degenerates. Logan has apologized twice for his offensive jokes. The first time was in SML movie Dougie's Fried Chicken Cheetos, and the second time was for Jeffy the Spy. Despite these apologies, Logan still continues to make edgy jokes, and to be honest, we wouldn't want it any other way. Logan also apologized for the absurdly long die scene in the pink couch. Although Logan never gets super political, he's made videos about the 2020 election and 2024 election. However, all these videos are very lighthearted and don't include any of his own personal takes on the matters. In SML movie Jeffy the Evil Scientist, Jeffy hits Marvin on the head with a baseball bat and says,
Mommy, I think I killed Daddy.
Oh my god, I'm gonna go get a doctor!
This is a reference to back when Logan was a kid and Lance hit him in the head with a baseball bat and said the same thing. Although Logan is a huge fan of football, he was never allowed to play it because his mom thought that due to his skinny build, he would get absolutely demolished. Logan has a ton of sports memorabilia, with the most valuable thing being Tom Brady's last Super Bowl touchdown ball, which he got both Antonio Brown and Tom Brady to sign. Logan's favorite Mario game is Super Mario Sunshine on the GameCube, followed by Super Mario Galaxy on the Wii. Finally, did you know that Logan was actually going to quit SML back in 2013? This is because he had just turned 18 and didn't know where he'd go with the channel or with his life. He'd been poor academically, he wasn't receiving that much money from YouTube, and Lance was going off to nursing school.
Around December 2013, I was going to stop doing YouTube because Lance was in full-time nursing school, and I was still getting YouTube checks, but I was only making about $800 a month.
With all these factors combined, Logan thought that he would just bite the bullet and quit the channel, but he kept persisting, making video after video, and well, I think we all know what happened from there. Well, that's about it. Subscribe.